How do you mute?
To lead the Skol chant and sound the Yeller horn, please welcome the 31st Adjutant General of the Minnesota National Guard, Major General John Jensen.
Well, hello, this is John Randall, Minnesota Vikings legend, and it is my pleasure to say, Minnesota Vikings fans uncensored, are you ready? Keith, get your people up. Let's go. Skol, 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 baby. Let's go.
Hello, Vikings fans. Welcome to a special Friday edition of the Let's Skol podcast. As you know, I'm Fish. With me, as always, I've got Mr. Positivity, Cody Bowden. He who greets with smoke, Skoleful Shack. Our Captain Keith will be joining us in a moment. Tonight, we've got a preview of our Week 7 against the Eagles, a recap of the NFC North, got a little injury and quarterback update, current state of Skol, expectations coming out of the bye. We're going to have some Eagles fans joining us a little later, so we will be Skoling with the enemy. Cody's going to call it. We'll go around the Gallahorn, and we're going to give our weekly predictions and hot takes. But before we jump into all that, let's break this ice. What did you guys do with your bye week Sunday? Anything cool? Did you watch any football? So, did you learn anything? Lead us off.
Yeah, with the bye week, I'm a big fantasy football player, so I'll have my Sunday ticket up on the TV with like 4 different games at one time and trying to pay attention to what players do what for me. And it was nice not having to stress for a game at least, and I had a calls it that every NFC North team would lose during that week. I missed it with the Commanders choking, and of course I wasn't going to get the Bengals winning. They weren't the same team as they were last night. So it was just nice to have some time away from the game and like I'm a football player, an actual professional or something. But it was nice to not watch it and then actually sit down with the family and enjoy and have them enjoy no yelling or screaming or anything like that at the TV.
What'd you do, Shaq?
I worked. So I did some overtime. I was like, since I have this Sunday off, I get to do a little catch up on some work, so I don't have to be backlogged or whatever. While doing that, I also did catch up on some games too. Like Cody was mentioning, I don't have the Sunday ticket, but I do have another way of watching football games, let's just say. And, it kind of give you perspective when you get to watch other teams play and you be like, maybe the Vikings aren't that bad. Maybe J.J. McCarthy's game wasn't that bad. But us being emotionally tied to the Vikings, everything's worse when it's us.
Yeah. Let me make a comment on a personal note here. Shaq, when you don't have your glasses on and no hat, you look like Shaft. Look at you, man.
I thought he looked like
Shaq come in here looking clean, tight, squared away. Look at him.
You got a date after this? You got a date after this, don't you?
No, I had a event. My job had a little 10-year anniversary event, so I showed up.
You had a date before this. Skol, Captain.
What's going on, fellas? So Shaq basically explained my by Sunday. I did watch a lot of football, and my whole thing was perspective. Because when I was watching, I got to watch a little more than I do when the Vikings play because I'm so into the Vikings. Then we jump on here and do aftercare. So when I'm watching other teams, I'm kind of watching like that's my team, and I'm a fan of them, and I'm getting just as mad at them as I would the Vikings. Like seeing how they're playing on defense. Like how do you not make that tackle? How are you letting them give up that first down? Why are you giving up these yards? Like I'm kind of seeing is like. It's the same thing for every team almost, and I'm learning there's a lot of parity within the NFL. Teams that you thought were good or teams that you thought were bad on any given Sunday, like things can change. You saw the Colts struggle with the Cardinals and a backup quarterback. You saw the Packers not put away the Bengals. There's just other games that you could think of where you know what, man, it's a tough league. All the teams are good, so these games were me specifically, I'm getting upset where the Vikings, okay, they won the game, but they didn't win it how I expected them to or how I should have looked like. That's just not realistic.
Yeah, but about all I did was catch that Lions-Kansas City game, and as much as I don't want to root for Kansas City, I was kind of happy inside. I was joyful. Just saying.
Keeping that hot streak alive, huh?
Yeah, buddy.
Jackalicious.
Who's get that jungle fever over here? What's going on here?
Well, I was gonna say, I bring up questionable games. Tell me why I went to sleep during the Bengals and Steelers game, and then woke up. I'm like, what? What happened? Where all these points come from?
It's because I traded for Chase Brown in that week.
Fish don't want to hear about your fantasy team.
No.
However, I'm losing fantasy this week. I'm losing fantasy this week because my opponent picked up fucking Joe Flacco.
Oh.
And he had Chase. And he had Jamar Chase.
Yeah, you're done, man.
Yeah.
Cooked.
I'm like, fantasy's stupid, and next year I'm not playing. Only
I'll
Fish.
keep going.
Welcome to the couch, Keith.
So, like Cody said, he had a hot take that all the NFC North teams would lose, and I think that was more trying to speak that into existence and really believe in it. And of course, it didn't happen. We had the Bears beat the Commanders 25-24, got them on a game-winning field goal when they had just called their kicker up that day. The Bears went toe-to-toe with a team that's expected to make the playoffs, so they're looking pretty good. Packers, like I said, defeated the Bengals, and it wasn't really in the fashion you would have thought it was. So I mean, there's that parity, but there's also Packers lost to the Browns. Packers tied the Cowboys, let the Cowboys put up 40 points against them. Maybe they're not as good as they're getting credit for. Maybe Micah Parsons wasn't their free entry into the Super Bowl after all, fellas. So
maybe the Bengals aren't being talked about after last night with what they're dealing with.
Maybe, but maybe we still. I mean, I don't think the difference. I don't know. I can't say it was Joe Flacco to Browning all of a sudden made them a good team. I don't know.
Against the Packers, they were looking like they kept close.
Yeah, but maybe the Packers just aren't that good, man.
All I know is we caught them when we needed to catch them, right?
Yes.
Yes. That's all that matters.
I know. See, Fish. I'm trying to steer away from that. We didn't catch them. We just whooped that ass. We whooped a decent NFL team's ass.
Yeah.
I'm not taking them. We caught them.
I get it. So if they make the playoffs, we'd be the playoff team.
Yeah,
exactly.
And we lost to the Falcons, which is a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
And then, to Fish's surprise, the Lions lost to the Chiefs 30-17, falling to 4-2. Close game until the half. Christmas game early. It's a close game in the first half, and the Chiefs kind of took over in the second. I do think that the Lions got robbed on that touchdown to Goff, though.
What?
Yeah,
I think they got robbed.
But I also think the Lions got embarrassed. Like they got smoked.
Would you call it smoked? 13 points? That's smoked.
Yes.
They would call it smoked if they won by 13. So yes, it's smoked.
Yeah, they got humbled really fast.
The greatest thing about that play was actually the Chiefs defender who caused that to be a reception. because he wasn't going to catch that if the Chiefs defender wasn't driving and pushing back that receiver, which caused the ball to come back into Goff's hands.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that don't count.
Yeah, that was silly.
I mean, you can blame that play, or you can blame it on all the damn times the Lions went for it on fourth down and didn't convert. You could also blame that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't blaming it for nothing. I just saying they got robbed. I mean, they might have lost by 6 instead of 13. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, it was a 4-point swing, right? Touchdown versus field goal, so they'd have lost by 9 instead of 13. Still, I mean, 2 scores.
If you do the math that way, I mean, there's a butterfly effect to everything, so you don't know what would have happened if they had gotten a touchdown.
I look at it as if you see it.
That was the catch of the game.
If you see a plus or minus 9 points on a spread, that means that team is getting waxed.
That's interesting. I still don't buy into the narrative, but that is interesting.
The narrative of what?
That the refs help the Chiefs.
What? How much more evidence do you need, Keith?
I don't buy it. It's a salty take.
Mm.
It's a salty take, and like I feel like maybe not enough football was watched during the bye week, and not enough perspective was getting to see that. I mean, there's bad calls in every single game. It doesn't matter who's playing. It's magnified when it's the Chiefs because you don't like them, and they're the ones that are winning right now, and people don't like them. So that's magnified. Why are you helping them? They're already winning Super Bowls. But if you watch any football game from beginning to end, you're going to see calls that are questionable, just the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it kind of leans more towards the Chiefs. You know, they kind of get more bad calls.
I mean, if we were just as good as the Chiefs, we'd get those calls too.
I mean, only if we would have drafted the quarterback the NFL liked.
I mean, I don't think Patrick Mahomes came in as a liked NFL quarterback. I think he made it that way.
It's like if you're a dynasty.
I mean,
the Patriots were caught cheating 3 times, legitimately caught cheating, and the NFL just slapped them on the wrist. Like,
so do you guys have any takeaways from those NFC North games?
Yeah, the NFC North is not the best division in football.
Okay. Do you want to
for?
I mean, look,
back it up a little bit.
The like we said, the Packers look very beatable and have been beaten. The Lions, they've played 2 teams that are not complete ass, and they've lost by 2 scores to both of them. I think it was 13 points to both of them. The Bears are kind of coming, but they're not there yet. And us, we're just an absolute mixed bag. We are not the best division in football. They're
so what division has 4 teams that don't look beatable? Because
I would say that the NFC West is better than us. I would say that the 49ers and the Seahawks are looking a little bit more stout and consistent.
But they got like the same records. I mean, we're the only division in football that has all 4 teams above 500.
Yeah.
Like last year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
where we sent 3 teams to the playoff because we were the best division in football.
Yeah.
And we'll probably do the same again with the Packers, the Bears, and us. But right now, I just don't think that we're the best division in football.
I just want to win the division. That'll be a bonus. I don't care if we're the best division. I just want to win the division. That might cut some slack on the playoff win.
I think this week solidified the Bears as being a good team. They were very efficient with their quarterback play. I mean, Caleb Williams is very efficient. Just look at his stats last year, but very efficient. Just their defense holding down Jaden Daniels like that, especially after what Jaden Daniels did last week. And they win by 10 or 10 plus or something like that. So watching the Bears and that brand new coaching staff gel together is kind of worrisome.
Yeah. Well, let's get back to the Vikings, fellas, and we will talk a little bit more about the North later on. But our bye week is over. Vikings football is back. The break was nice. I think we all needed it almost as much as our injured players needed it. And speaking of injured players, that's still been one of the biggest storylines, as well as the quarterback situation. So let's kind of get into that first. We'll do the injuries first. And as of right now, only one player that's not on IR has been ruled out, and that's Andrew Van Ginkel. He will be out with a neck injury. And guys, I don't know about you, but I'm getting kind of concerned about that one. I don't know if this is like a short-term thing. Like this might be a while, if not for the season. It's a neck.
Good thing we have Dallas Turner.
Dallas Turner ascending, baby.
Yep. I think we were talking about that in the offseason. Like, what is it going to take for Dallas Turner to, get more snaps or ascend into the role he's supposed to have? And we all said Andrew Van Ginkel injury, and it's happening. So it's kind of I want to say it's a win-win maybe.
Is it a win-win though? Because is Dallas Turner replacing Van Ginkel production?
I haven't seen I've seen Van Ginkel tip one ball.
I saw him get 2 sacks in one game and only played 8 plays. I don't think Turner has 2 sacks this season.
Yeah,
so no, I don't think we're getting Van Ginkel production out of Dallas Turner. I don't think he stepped up, Dallas Turner. Like, he is playing like good, like he's an NFL player, but I don't think he's playing as a guy who was drafted number 17 overall that also had multiple draft picks traded for him.
I would say that like McCarthy too, top 10 pick.
And we'll have time to talk about McCarthy, but we're talking about Dallas Turner and Van Ginkel right now.
I think the big thing takeaway for me that Dallas Turner is going to have to start on the edge is that prevents us from putting him in a spy position on Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Because I would have thought that would be what he would do. Make him spy Hurts. And I don't think he can do that with Ginkel out.
I just want to move Dallas Turner around the defense. I'm pretty sure he's versatile enough to be lining up in the middle or on the
safety,
edge, on the line, maybe safety, blitzing. But I guess it's just gonna take some time. Like, he hasn't been bad. It's just we're not seeing elite production, and I guess that's what it's boiled down to. But for me, I just want to see Dallas Turner take steps game after game, just getting better.
Yeah, he's not TJ Watt coming out of the draft. It's Dallas Turner, right? So
plus he's the same age as
he was drafted in a position where he should have been TJ Watt coming out of the draft, or at least Jared Verse, if not TJ Watt. Yeah,
what's Jared Verse doing this year?
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my expectations are low. I'm just happy a first-round pick is playing. And can start in, even if it's in the absence of Van Ginkel. I guess I'm just happy. I guess that's how low my expectations are with our draft picks. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a draft pick just take off,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because another first rounder we had that played. I actually saw this comparison to Dallas Turner, and I got a little scared. Garrett Bradbury, good guy, could play. He is a starter, but he's not a game changer. And probably shouldn't have been a first rounder, but it's still an NFL starter.
Yeah,
you get some production out of him, but for where we drafted him and what we gave up to go and draft him there, I'm getting a little bit fed up. I haven't seen anything
yet,
and to say like it's okay because Van Ginkel's out, like we have Dallas Turner, so it's kind of a blessing. No, it's not replacing that production at all.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, you got what number you get picked at? 17.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, everybody wants a first round pick to be this Superman or superhero kind of player out there, but those guys only come within the top 5, top 10 picks.
Should have took a defensive tackle.
Then perhaps we shouldn't have traded a 3rd and a 4th rounder to move up to get him because. You don't get good players at 17 apparently, but Jared Verse went 23, 24.
Yeah, but what is he doing this year in the same year as Dallas Turner? I mean, yeah, we get it. First year
he's doing more than Dallas Turner.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Unfortunately,
let's look at that.
But it's because he's older. We forgot to bring up Dallas Turner is JJ McCarthy. You gotta give them time once they reach their grown man body. Don't care about Justin Jefferson and them getting older. We just got to wait for our rookies to get a little older.
Is that an issue? Both of them are so young. Weren't they both like 21 when they were drafted, or 20?
I think they're both 22 right now.
Yeah, and they didn't have that many reps to begin with.
The problem with being so young and not being able to develop is every rookie's on a 4-year deal, regardless, with a 5th-year option. So like, so his 4th year, that's when he's going to finally be, all world or whatnot. No,
that 4th year.
Yeah, that 4th year.
Yeah. Then you got to pay him. Then you got to pay him
after 1 year.
And then he's not all world anymore after he gets the money.
Yeah,
that's gonna be scary because we're gonna have to pay Dallas Turner and JJ McCarthy about $100 million if they turn out to be as good as we want them to be.
See, I would like to get to the point where we have to make those decisions.
I mean, that's
Skol. So, yeah, Andrew Van Ginkel out, and then we got a lot of players who are questionable. And one that was kind of surprising was Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins. He's out questionable with a hip injury, and he's kind of been an impact player on that defensive line. A few plays a game. So I don't think that'd be a huge miss if he's not out there. But when we need all the depth we can get on that defensive line. So we'll see where that goes. And Brian O'Neill's been limited all week, is questionable. But, man, I got to think that's trending more towards doubtful, right?
Yeah. I mean, maybe the injury is not as bad and he puts a brace on and he plays with the brace. It'd be shocking to see Skol come in the game.
I do feel like Skol played better on the right side than the left side, though. So there is that. But, I mean, Walter Rouse maybe?
It's week to week for me. Like you can't just play good last week. It's week to week for me. He did great last week. No.
Yes, Rouse, get in there.
Hope for the best.
They're just gonna go each series swapping out.
Yeah, find that hot hand. Whoever's feeling it tonight.
And then JJ McCarthy was limited all week, but he was practicing. He's questionable, and we will talk about that more in a minute, as well as Carson Wentz, who was a full participant all week, even though he had an injury to his non-throwing shoulder. He is expected to be the starter, and we're going to talk to quarterbacks in just a second. Some good news. Donovan Jackson was a full participant yesterday and today, and he's off the injury report. So Donovan Jackson will be playing. Ever since the draft, Fish has been on him. Fish has been on Donovan Jackson ever since the draft. I'm surprised he hasn't got the jersey yet, to be honest.
Thought about it.
Next
but
year.
They had the wrong number.
Inside joke. Christian Darrisaw was a full participant today. He's not expected to have any limitations on Sunday, so that's good, man. That offensive line is getting healthy. Michael Juergens will be available, but who cares? It appears Blake Brandel will be starting at center. KOC had nothing but good things to say about him at center, the way he played and the way he took command of the offensive line. So it looks like Brandel's going to have a shot to be our center this season because, again, I don't think Ryan Kelly is coming back, and I don't know if they're going to be able to make a move to bring someone else in. So it might be Brandel. And after last game, the way the offensive line played, I'm down to see it, especially he's going to have, Fries on his right, Donovan Jackson to his left. He's got Darris on there, and then, probably Skol. So he's going to have a good line to be up there commanding. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And Juergens had an opportunity and didn't really show anything.
Juergens. Who liked that guy anyways?
Are you going to say it?
No.
Okay.
I'm just relishing.
So imagine if, just real quick, Skol's booty cheeks and Rouse isn't much better. And they're like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to just kick Jackson out the right tackle and put Huber in at left guard. And that's how we're rolling for the rest of the season.
That's possible. It's just Donovan. I don't know how much time Donovan Jackson had to, reverse his blocking ability. Because, moving from the left side to the right
He's
side.
He's a first-round draft pick. He should be able to do that shit.
Yeah.
We can't be expecting these first-round draft picks just to be all-world, Fish.
Can't.
They just
Not with the track record we got.
I do shit. Yeah, I want to keep all these picks. I'm expecting some production out of them.
Even Shaq knows. He says, fuck those picks every week. He knows what.
I mean, North Face, I like it, but I mean today's player is just different, man. Like, and they're playing for a lot more money. I don't know if that has something to do with like I'm playing for my contract. I can't take an injury, but I feel you. I really hope that O'Neal's out there. If it's like a pain tolerance thing, then I hope he's out because half O'Neal is better than Justin Skol at this point. So if it's not a risk, go ahead, Cody.
I think Donovan Jackson's the best first-round pick in this year's draft next to Will Howard. Or not Will Howard, but the guy out of LSU, the left tackle. I don't think any other first-round pick has managed to do anything this year. And I think he's the best pick. I think he's the second best pick in this whole draft. And behind him is Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo. If that makes sense to people. Like I said, this draft was not a good draft for a class, right? And I said the prospects weren't as good. We're seeing it, and we're only seeing about 5 good players actually doing something for a team.
Will Johnson looked pretty good if it was a second-round pick.
Who?
Will Johnson.
Yeah, Will. Yeah, is that him, the left tackle?
Nah,
no, that's Will Campbell.
Will Campbell. Yeah, there you go.
Will Campbell, but Will Johnson was the corner.
He's talking about Will Johnson, the cornerback from Michigan. That was supposed to be a top 10 pick and slid all the way to the second round because he got no knees.
Yeah,
man, he got knees against the Saints.
I mean, he'll have knees, for a few years. So I mean, it might have been worth it. It might have been worth it for those few years.
I'm trying to find a deadline for a Super Bowl. We don't need plays for a decade.
The one I'm always gonna be mad about is Cam Scatterbo. He was there when we took Ty Felton, and we did need a running back. Like it wasn't a need. Like yes, we had just picked up Jordan Mason, but we got Aaron Jones back there, who's really only going to be here for this season. So, and we talked about Scatterbo on the show a few times. Like when we did the running backs, he was one of the ones we talked about, and he was there. And they took Ty Felton, which I'm not saying I'm not out on Ty Felton, but right now he's a gunner. And right now, Cam Scatterbo's the son of a gun. So
maybe we'll see more Felton when Addison leaves.
What was that post that dude made that said we really need Kwesi to get starters from the third round and gunners from the UDFAs instead of vice versa or whatever? Yeah, that
was Thor. Thor Nystrom said that. I mean, it's true. It's true. And I also heard people say like, "Oh, does Kwesi, kind of get a pass on these drafts because of UDFAs he bring in?" And I'm like, no, because we could have good draft picks and the UDFAs, and maybe these UDFAs are only looking good because our draft picks are looking so ass. Like we're forced to keep these UDFAs. The UDFAs are beating out our draft picks. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Like a couple of them are good. Like Ivan Pace is good. Ivan Pace is an NFL player. Maybe shouldn't be playing as many snaps as he's playing, but he's a good player. And now I think Kwesi gets too much credit for that, and making up for like the draft picks. I don't think so.
Amen, Keith.
It's a good player that leads the league in most missed tackles.
And that actually is a good spot to talk about him because Blake Cashman, he's coming back from the hamstring injury. He's still questionable, but KOC said that's more until they make the roster moves they have to make to, actually put him on the 53. But he was his IR was removed. He's practiced in full all week. Blake Cashman will be playing. And to your point, Cody, Ivan Pace does lead the NFL in missed tackles. But Blake Cashman's replacement played pretty damn well, and that was Eric Wilson. So do we see a defense with Blake Cashman and Eric Wilson out there maybe a little more than Blake Cashman and Ivan Pace, or do you think that they're determined to keep Pace in there?
I don't see it.
Which one don't you see, Fish?
I don't see him coming off the injury report. Are you sure that's accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate. I'm not going to say how long he's going to be off of it, but for now, he is off of it, and he'll be suited up playing on Sunday, and that's going to be a big boost for this defense that been playing pretty good aside from the run game, but I think he'll help in that. But the bigger question is Eric Wilson, Ivan Pace, what happens there?
I'd stick with Ivan Pace, honestly. I mean, the missed tackles are pretty rough, but the sideline to sideline game is not bad from Ivan Pace, what we're seeing. Eric Wilson, he doesn't miss many tackles, but then you're going to play the devil's advocate. He's not really well on sideline to sideline, right? So I'd rather see Ivan Pace in there on those third downs, right? And then Eric Wilson on either first or second. And especially if it's going to be third and short, I'd rather see Eric Wilson there. But Ivan Pace, any kind of type of passing down, I'm throwing in there.
Eric Wilson's going to be the one that replaces Van Ginkel. He played the edge. He played the edge some for us. He had some. He like in the first game and the second game, he was on the edge before Cashman got hurt.
That'd be interesting. Then what? Maybe they move Turner around a little bit more, like you guys were saying. You guys wanted to see.
I want to see him. I want to see him spy Hurts.
Well, I definitely think Eric Wilson deserves some more playing time, and I mean, the more players they have, the more creativity they can use. But I do think Wilson will eat into Ivan Pace snaps. Maybe Pace still starts. But I do think Eric Wilson earned himself some playing time. Tasty treats. Is that you, Rinaldi? Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it.
Tasty treats.
Tasty treats. Rock City. I love Rock City Studio. They put out the best music. You guys check out Rock City.
And it's Rinaldi.
I'm German, so I say it Rinaldi. Is that the line, Fish?
Yeah, I'm German, so I say it Brosmer.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think we roll out. Honestly, it'd be up to Flores. We could roll out both. We could roll out both because get a rotation going. We got a long season. If Eric Wilson shows that he could kind of start and Pace showed that he could kind of start, just switch them in and out. That'll save them for the long term. And if one get hurt, then you just put the other one in.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how they go with that. We'll see on Sunday for sure. I mean, it like I said, it'd be cool if Flores has more toys to play with, and maybe that defense gets a little more exotic and confuses Eagles' offense that hasn't been too great. Another player who popped up on the injury report that kind of surprised and scared me this week was Jonathan Grenard. Showed up with a hamstring, which I'm getting tired of these hamstring injuries, fellas. But as of right now, he has no designation for the game, so he should be good to go. But that's going to be something to watch out for. Obviously, something wasn't right with that hamstring.
Less squats, more deadlifts, by God.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Dallas turned the line up at both spots.
I mean, he was a first-round pick that we gave up a lot of draft capital for. He damn well should be able to.
And be good.
Both edges.
So, Cody, how are you feeling about this team's health coming out of the bye?
It's better. I don't want to say it's great because I was expecting everybody to be completely healthy coming out of the bye. Besides, the major guys, I wanted Van Ginkel back. I want Brian O'Neill back, but it was kind of a long shot, especially after watching the Ginkel play where he pogo sticked off the top of his dome on Ross St. Brown. And I remember watching that. We were all like, "Ooh, that's not good," But it's better. We should be a better team moving forward. And it's a good time to have these guys and their centerpieces like Blake Cashman coming back. And then sorry about that. And then Donovan Jackson, especially coming back for this Eagles team. If we didn't have them, I don't think we are even close to beating the Eagles. So getting those two guys alone back for this week, it's going to be a much closer game.
All right. And the other thing that's being talked about a lot, and we'll just talk about it a little bit, is the quarterback situation. And at the beginning of the week, I don't know, KOC kind of made this whole thing weird, talking about JJ and didn't know who the starter was going to be, even though I think he knew damn well who the starter was going to be. But at the beginning, he's kind of left it open and saying he didn't. And then 2 days later, Kevin Seifert came out and said that Wentz is the starter. And then KOC was asked about that. And then KOC snapped back when he got asked about that, saying, no, it's the same as we said on Monday. Never seen KOC really snap like that. But today he finally made the announcement that Carson Wentz will be the starter, which I believe was expected. But to me, the weird thing about this is that JJ McCarthy is going to be available as a third emergency quarterback. And when KOC said that, he said he feels good about, how JJ's feeling and his ability to play. You feel good about his ability to play, but he can't play. He can't start because he's still hurt. He's not 100%, but you feel good about his ability to play. Like, there's some things to me that just aren't adding up. And this whole thing has been kind of funny the whole time. You had JJ McCarthy with a high ankle sprain, which, yes, I know he got it taped up in that Atlanta game. And I don't know, high ankle sprain. I think you come out of the game for that. I could be wrong. I haven't had one, but from everything else I've seen, players come out of the game for that. And the next week he had his air cast off and was walking on the sideline.
I mean, Puka didn't come out of he came out of the game for a little bit and came back in, and now he's out for the next 2 weeks on his high ankle sprain.
Yeah, so the thing with high ankle sprains is they said you could play with it when you first get it, but days later you're going to start getting the inflammation and the swelling, and then that's when you start feeling the pain. Because when you first get it, you got that adrenaline running through your body. So he's not going to feel it as bad as the next day and then the weeks following later.
And
do you think they're slow playing this at all?
No, because if he's legitimately injured, right? If he is bad, right, and this is how it's go, and you don't feel confident in him, then why is Max Brosmer the second string quarterback, an undrafted free agent rookie?
Because I think that would look even worse if you say that JJ McCarthy is available to be the backup quarterback instead of saying he's the emergency quarterback.
Yeah, I just don't. Well, then I'd rather have that than Max Brosmer as the backup in this game, right? So I think the injury's worse. I mean, it's supposed to be a 4 to 6 week injury. We're only on week 4 right now.
5.
Right. And like he did go see a second opinion on the injury. When you go see second opinions, that means you heard that first opinion was bad. That was a bad.
He didn't go see anybody. He talked to people. That was his second opinion. He was like on Discord, like on ankle injuries and asking questions. Like he didn't go see anybody.
Yeah. I bet he did. Went on his Discord.
I feel like having him as the third string, that just means he's going to be back next week. After this game, I feel like he's going to be ready to start. It's just he's third string this week because in case Wentz get hurt and then Brosma gets hurt, then you can put JJ in. But he's going to be back next week to start. That's why I think he's just the third string quarterback.
And I think that's risky because we really didn't need him to be that third emergency quarterback. We got Cam Akers on the roster.
That's true. We do. Do you guys think that Carson Wentz has earned the right to start at least until he loses a game?
Yes, 100%.
It's hard to say. Only because, like, J.J. McCarthy only had 2 games to play. He played good for 1 quarter in the first game, and then the Falcons' defense is looking really, really good. So it's kind of like, are we going to just take the starting title away from J.J. McCarthy because he struggled first 3 quarters against the Bears, and then he struggled against the Falcons? I mean, Wentz probably had a better time because, yeah, he did have to play the number 1 defense, but he had more help against the Browns than J.J. McCarthy had against the Falcons.
I think Wentz is just cannon fodder, to be honest with you. I think that if they really gave a damn about Wentz, that he would not be starting with an injured non-throwing shoulder. So I think that there is a legitimate high ankle sprain to J.J. McCarthy, and they're trying to be gentle in bringing him back. And if they gave a damn about Wentz, they would be pressing McCarthy into service, but it's the other way around. They're not pressing McCarthy into service. They're just having him there in case something happens and they have to press him into service. So I think that all the impetus is on getting J.J. McCarthy back for him to be the starting quarterback. And you know what, Wentz, you're a 30-something-year-old quarterback or however old you are. Appreciate you. Get on out there and get your butt kicked by that Eagles defensive line. Buy us some more time, buddy.
Yeah, I think Vikings fans are just so fed up with seeing these veteran quarterbacks come in and play. We want to see what McCarthy does. We all want to see that. But he's injured and he's our future. It doesn't make sense to put an injured player out there just to get more injured, and now we don't have a future. And Vikings are used to it, all right? Just fucking watch the game.
Yeah.
Maybe not give the youngest starting quarterback in the NFL 1 drive in 3 preseason games if they're worried about his development. I like the cut of your jib, Jason.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly think that they are riding Carson until he loses. And I don't know if that's what I want, but I think that's what they're doing. I don't think he's just being thrown out there like a sacrificial lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think like they like how they've looked on offense the last 3 games compared to the first 2 games. I think it buys JJ more time maybe to rest up, but also to develop. There's been talk about his footwork, and I know they're working on that, which is weird that they've been working on footwork while his ankle's injured. It's kind of weird, but they said they've been working on that the last couple of weeks, but he's injured. So I do think that they're going to ride the hot hand while it's hot. And if he wins on Sunday, man, I don't know. But that's going to make things very interesting. And as much as I want JJ to play, I hope we win. But that's going to make things very interesting.
So here's my take on that. The difference is, at least if we win it with Carson Wentz, at least JJ McCarthy, when he gets healthy, he's getting actual reps. So, like, if Carson Wentz get hurt, then we know JJ McCarthy could come back and resume what he was doing in the first quarter. So it's kind of like we're not forced to start JJ McCarthy unhealthy or not ready. We kind of give Carson Wentz the time to fuck up. And then once he mess up, then, that's when you could put JJ McCarthy in. Because I don't know if Wentz is going to go the whole season balling out. I just don't see
he ain't no Sam Darnold, right, Shaq?
You're right about that.
So Fish, you're at the thinking that once JJ's healthy, he should come back in to start no matter what's going on in the season at that point.
Absolutely. That is our franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think that makes sense too, because he hasn't logged a full practice yet. It's going to be a week's worth of full practice before we even see JJ McCarthy on the field.
Okay, so when do you guys think that we end up seeing JJ McCarthy start a football game for the Vikings again?
Detroit.
Go ahead, Cody.
Yeah, so I'm with Fish here. My calls this week when our show was going to be on Thursday was going to be we won't hear who the starter was going to be until Friday. It's Friday. We heard who the starter was going to be. My calls it for now, since it is that Friday, is going to be we're not going to see JJ McCarthy until after week 8. All right. You got the turnaround from Sunday to Thursday, too short of a week. Like I said, he needs a full week's worth of full practices, not just limited. Then he gets a full, right? We're going to need to see a full week's worth of full practices. That way he gets in the routine again of playing with the ones, of doing all the snaps on that team. So from here on out, I think you ride the hot hand with Wentz, right? JJ McCarthy will be ready when he is fully healthy and doing full practices. And that's when you'll see JJ McCarthy playing the game. A full week, not the short turnaround. So I'm expecting when we play Detroit that's when we're going to see JJ McCarthy, November 2nd.
I'm going to buy that we won't see him until at least after week 8. I don't know that it's the Detroit game, though. So, Fish, you think it's Detroit, so you're obviously buying what he's selling. You don't think we're going to see JJ McCarthy the next 2 games?
Yeah, I think with the short week and with the Chargers on Thursday night, I think right afterward it makes sense. You got that more than a week for him to get in with the ones. I don't know if they're going to have any practice on Friday or anything like that after the game, but it gives him more than a week to get ready with the ones. Other than coming back right after the bye, it's the most optimal thing to give him as much time to prepare with the ones as possible. Not to mention the fact it is more likely to have Ryan O'Neal back and have the offensive line as healthy as possible for his return also.
Yep. And he's hitting that 6-week marker, or that 4 to 6 week timeline for his injury. So if he's the future of this franchise, you want to keep him out until he is at that maximum date for that injury, in my opinion.
Okay, so Vikings win on Sunday against the Eagles, and then they go to LA on Thursday. Whether I'm there or not, they win that game too. JJ McCarthy's fully healthy. You're starting JJ McCarthy against the Lions.
Yes. I'm a Vikings fan. I want to see our future, right?
Okay, I'm a Vikings fan too, so that's going to lead me to my next question. What is more important this season, the Vikings winning or JJ McCarthy developing?
I think we all said
yes,
McCarthy developing at the beginning, right? Okay. But now, if we're winning, right, and it changes attitudes, we can't change our mind on it. All right, you ride or die with that quarterback that we picked in the first round.
You are allowed to change your mind at any time. Cody, you can change your mind.
No.
Yeah, you 100% can.
Wait.
We want
I
to see
feel
the ball.
like the most important thing for this season is to get as close as possible to the Super Bowl, because we have JJ McCarthy on a 5-year deal. So at the end of the day, we still have to. The ultimate goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Whether it's
Right.
Carson Wentz playing and then JJ McCarthy comes in, or whether we put JJ McCarthy in, it's whoever gives us the best chance to win each game.
And let me address that, Shaq. I was actually saying this to Cody before the other two jumped on and we got going.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion is that with Carson Wentz, it's make it to the playoffs, one and done and out.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We're not going to do any better than that with him as our quarterback, and that's my opinion. Feel free to disagree. My opinion with JJ McCarthy is we have that possibility for him to overachieve and us to do better than that. He might be one and done, but I feel he has that opportunity to do more. Whereas Carson Wentz, I think it's just that's it. That's all we got.
I disagree. My opinion is that, with Carson Wentz, Super Bowl, probably not. But can we get a playoff win? I do think so. With JJ McCarthy, I'm not sure we can even make the playoffs. And I think that's something as Viking fans that we have to be okay with, because I think we got to throw away our offseason expectations of what JJ McCarthy was going to come in and do. We all thought he's going to come in, he's going to lead us. Oh, we did our predictions, we're going to win 12 games, this and that. Nah, man, I think we have to actually treat JJ McCarthy like a rookie quarterback, and you got to take the lumps that come with starting a rookie quarterback. And that's going to mean losing a lot of games, but is he getting better every game? Like, if JJ McCarthy's starting, we're looking for progression from him and not necessarily looking to try to win a Super Bowl this year or even a playoff game. That'd be nice if you overachieves, but I think if you're asking who gives us the better chance, you can't tell me we haven't looked like a better team the last 3 games than we did the first 2 games. And I'm a big JJ McCarthy fan, supporter, believe in him. I think he is the future of this team, but developing a quarterback takes developing a quarterback things, and you got to do those things and go through those motions. You don't get to skip them. So if we're going to ride with JJ McCarthy, cool. But I think we got to understand that we're probably doing that at the risk of not winning as much as we possibly can.
Now,
so here's the thing about that.
This season.
Daniels made it to the NFC Championship game his rookie season, and JJ McCarthy's a top 10 pick. I have higher expectations than that for JJ McCarthy. I expect him to win.
Jaden Daniels is the 2nd quarterback taken. JJ McCarthy's the 5th quarterback taken. What has JJ McCarthy did that made you think that, damn, he's reminding me of Jaden Daniels?
Nothing. He was a top 10 pick.
Okay. There's been a lot of top 10 quarterbacks.
He hasn't had an opportunity to make me think that he could do anything Daniels has. I just expect it because he's a top 10 pick.
That's cool that you expect it.
Hey,
that's cool.
No. Dallas Turner, go back to let's not go back to this first round pick stuff where we think they're going to be all world.
Right. Yeah, we can't have that expectation of our first. We just got to be happy that they're capable of playing at an NFL level.
So right now, yes, 9 wins is a successful rookie campaign.
Nah. I'm not having it. I'm done having mediocre expectations.
But I did bring up a while back about Carson Wentz. If he does get us to the playoffs, right? He does win 1 playoff game, right? Do we make the same mistake and let him go like we did Sam Darnold?
I think it's different situations. I really do. I think Carson Wentz, he's older for one thing. I think Sam Darnold's better than Carson Wentz. I can't believe I'm saying that. So,
yeah.
Shaq, I'm sorry you took a bite of food before he said that.
It feels good. It feels good.
So, I don't think it's the same. Like, I think, like, we could go out and get another Carson Wentz type quarterback. I don't think it's like, oh, my God, we better give this guy $20 million to stick around another year. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's that kind of situation. But I think if he does, like, go and win a playoff game for him, yeah, we should definitely entertain the idea of bringing him back. But I don't think, like, oh, man, we offered him $15 million and he turned it down. I don't think we messed up. Like, same thing with Daniel Jones. We offered him $15 million, so I don't think we messed up letting Daniel Jones go. Yeah, like, they offered him $15 million. He actually took less. He took less to go to the Colts. So I don't think we fumbled that.
Well, he knew JJ McCarthy was going to be the starter.
He thought he had a better chance.
Do you think that right
now
he's thinking, "Damn, I made a mistake"?
Who, Daniel
Jones? JJ McCarthy injured. I'd be starting on that Vikings roster.
Hey, no,
I don't think he's thinking that. No, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think they fumbled the bag with, and I think it'd be the same thing with Carson Wentz. I think if Carson Wentz was to win us a playoff game, they would offer him a 1-year deal. You know, he's making like $1 million this year. Yeah, so they'd probably offer him something in the $10 to $15 million range. And if he didn't accept that and come back, then no, I don't think it's like it was a mistake like letting Sam Darnold go. And I still don't even think letting Sam Darnold go is a mistake because I'm gonna keep saying it. Sam Darnold wasn't going to stick around for 1 year. I'm sure the Vikings would have gave him $20-25 million. And the Vikings weren't going to sign him to a 3-year deal when they just drafted J.J. McCarthy. Like that wasn't going to happen.
That's where lies.
Their needs were both not going to get met. Okay, divorce had to happen.
We could have signed him to a 3 years, 2 years guaranteed. He could have played this year, not won the playoff game, and we could have traded him the second year, and the team would have took that contract.
I mean, is it?
He's got to agree to those terms too, Shaq. He's not just like,
Sam
Darnold does. Yeah, he does. You got to agree to that contract.
You don't tell him that. You don't tell him.
No, he's got to agree to the contract that you lay out.
Yeah, 3 years, $100 million. The same thing the Seahawks gave him.
Hey, Shaq, when has this regime right now, Kwesi and KOC, demonstrated the ability to make a move like that?
You're right. I'm going to send my resume in. We're going to get to Super Bowl.
But you got to know KOC is really thinking about the Daniel Jones, the Sam Darnold thing. He's got to be thinking about it right now.
Of course. And I think that they tried to bring them both back. Mm-hmm. Just didn't work out. And I don't blame them. Like they have a plan and they're sticking to their plan. Do they want to bring in those insurance policies? Of course they did, but they weren't going to give either of those dudes long-term deals.
Yeah, that's kind of so KOC's too tied up with McCarthy because that's his first-round pick, and you're ride or die with your first pick as a quarterback. If your first-round pick as a quarterback fails, guess what? You're getting fired as a head coach.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was the wrong thing to do. So, Vikings right now we sit 3-2. We're still third place in the North. Packers are first. With that 3-1-1 record, is that what it is? 3-2-1, whatever the hell they are with their record now, that funny looking record. Lions are 4-2, but they're in second place because they lost to the Packers. And the Bears are tied with us, but they're right behind us because we beat them. So we sit in third place, but don't lose hope, guys. If we win this week, Packers and Lions lose, we could be sitting at first this time next week. Like that's how close the best division in football is right now. Lots of games didn't go our way during this bye week. Before this week had started, we were sitting in the 7th seed. After week 6, we are now out of the playoffs and in the 10th seed. And as of right now, Vikings are only favored in 2 of the remaining 12 games. It's week 11 against the Bears and week 16 against the Giants. I think as fans, we really don't know what this team is yet. We don't know what the season's going to hold for us. I think a lot of us wouldn't be surprised if we won 11 games and go to the playoffs. We also wouldn't be surprised if we only win 6 games and miss. Would you guys agree with that, or you see it different?
We better win more than 6 games.
But would you be surprised?
Yes.
If we don't?
Okay.
Yes. I would be surprised.
Okay.
Because we made this big effort to roll out J.J. McCarthy, spend all this money in free agency. We better win more than 6 games.
It's all depends
on what you want.
It's not what you're gonna get.
It's not what I want. It's what KOC and Crazy want. If they didn't want this, if they didn't want this, they would never spent all the money. They would have never rolled out JJ McCarthy. This is all what they want.
Fish, are you with them? Would you be surprised if we ended up being a 6-win team this year?
Only winning 3 more games the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably be calling for heads if we did. I mean, I would not want Kwesi or KOC or anybody, not Brian Flores, not nobody back. If we end up going 3-8 the rest of the season, that would be a catastrophic failure. Considering what we had for a preseason expectation with the free agents we signed, which unfortunately, I hate to say it, haven't really panned out. But it's just a culmination of our draft picks suck. We're counting on UDFAs. We signed some what we thought was good free agent talent. One of them injury prone. The other two on the defensive tackle spot really haven't panned out that much. Our right guard is not that great. We should have got Quentin Nelson. Sorry, had to take that thunder from you, Shaq. The thing is if it all falls through, then we got to do something different. But I think the Wilfs are still just too patient to do it. But me as a fan, we go 6 wins on this season after starting 3-2. I don't care what the reason are. I don't care if the team bus crashed and everybody got a knee injury. We better win more than 6 games.
Well, yeah. I mean, I hope we do. I'm not hoping for it. It's just I don't know what this team is yet. Cody, do you think it's more likely we win 11 games or we win 6 games?
I don't think it's likely either both ways, honestly. I think we're right in the middle.
I think 11 games is more likely.
Yeah, I can see 11 being more likely because I think we probably only win 9 this year. But it's 2 away from 11 and 3 away from 6. So I'm going to say 11 is more likely.
There is so much parity in this league right now that we're not the only team where we don't know what we are. I mean, the Ravens could get Lamar back and become a better team by the time we play them. But
he'll be back for
all
us.
these teams that we thought were going to be the toughest teams and we're gonna lose to them and it's going to be a gauntlet. Suddenly Tampa Bay is looking like the toughest team in the NFC right now.
That's true. Speaking of the NFC, 12 of the 16 teams in the NFC have a 500 record or better. That's pretty remarkable. Where 8 out of the 16 in the AFC have a 500 or better. So it's a pretty tough division. I mean, conference, sorry.
This reminds me of the NBA's
East versus West.
Eastern Conference because it's so stacked on one side right now with better players. I'm not saying with better quarterbacks because the AFC honestly has the better quarterbacks, but the better overall teams are definitely in the NFC.
I love Bob Sweet's optimism all the time. He's been doing this since last year, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks are the best and have been beating teams like we have after struggling at times. The difference is that they completed more comebacks than us.
Yeah, the Bucks. Baker Mayfield is MVP.
Right now, if you were to say who's MVP, yeah, it's probably Baker Mayfield. I don't think he has it locked up, but he's probably leading.
And it all goes back to Kirk Cousins. We could have had Baker, but we stuck with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins
couldn't make it. We couldn't make it out of here tonight without mentioning Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins ruined the Minnesota Vikings.
Did he?
God.
Did he?
So here's how the North schedule looks this week. The Packers are 3-1-1. They're playing at the Cardinals. Their remaining strength of schedule is the 13th hardest. The Lions are 4-2, playing the Buccaneers. Their strength of schedule is the first hardest. The Vikings, 3-2, are playing the Eagles. Remaining strength of schedule is the 6th hardest. Bears, 3-2, playing the Saints. Remaining strength of schedule, 19th hardest. So you got the Packers at the Cardinals. Lions got the Buccaneers. Bears got the Saints. Who's taking L's in our division?
Everybody but us.
Cody tried that one last week.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
So Call of Duty came out like last week, and what's his name? Mighty Mouse didn't play. He's going to be back this week, I think. So, I think the Lions about to get their asses whooped because Brian Branch is serving that suspension this week, right? Yeah, they got no secondary. Baker might throw for 500 on them.
Well, Baker also needs wide receivers to do that. You don't have them.
He might get Mike Evans back.
He might. I hope he does, man. I hope Baker wins MVP, honestly.
He got Kate Otten.
He got Tez Johnson. He's got Cameron Johnson. He's got these names we don't even know. He don't need wide receivers to be a good quarterback.
Just hand the ball off.
Shit, they don't have Bucky Irvin.
Don't I know it?
They're baller, man. The only team I see
He's gonna
taking
make
a
it
lot.
all special when he throws for 500 on him, Cody.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I
honestly,
know, but that's why it's hard for us to cry about our injuries. Like, there's other teams out there that are pretty injured and still handling business.
the only team I see us, the only team I think losing that's going to happen in the North, and I don't want to say this at all, is us. I think every other team wins, and I hate saying that.
I mean, you're probably right. Wait, did you say we lose?
Yeah, we're the only team in the North that loses.
Nah,
next.
we're not losing. Never mind. You're wrong.
I mean, I hate it. I hate saying it. I'm just looking at it. I think the Lions are mad because of the debacle that happened and the embarrassment. I think they do squeak out a win against Buccaneers. The Cardinals, without Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler Murray, the Packers dominate that game. I think they're out their running back. I think they're down to their four-string running back with Michael Carter and Bam Knight. Bears and the Saints. The Saints haven't been anything to write off about. All Spencer Rattler does is chuck the ball up in the air and hopefully a receiver runs under it. And that's about it. It's tough to see anything else but us.
I don't buy into that mad narrative because the thing about playing on high emotion is that after about the first quarter, your adrenaline dumps and things kind of come back under control. I mean, Philly wasn't mad. Were they mad last week when they lost to the frickin' Giants and lost 2 in a row? I mean, I don't buy that bulletin board material for being in the longevity of the whole game. Being mad might make them come out and play hard the first quarter, and then reality sets in. Adrenaline dumps, and all of a sudden we're running the ball down their throat with Jordan Mason.
Kind of like us in the 2017 NFC Championship game.
Wow, Cody. Don't be bringing up my betrayals. Yeah, I actually think the whole division wins except for the Lions. And you know what? I'm okay with that because we still got to play our division twice. So as long as we're keeping it close, it doesn't matter if we're in third place, but we're like a game behind first place. Coming out of the bye, what are your guys' short-term expectations for the Vikings? What are the immediate expectations for the Vikings coming out of the bye, say, over these next 4 games? 4 W's?
Health
would be a freaking helpful.
Just keep improving. Continue building on the quick pass game and running the ball. That's what I expect out of KOC. Like, we ready, you can come up with these creative ass offensive plays, but go back to the simple plays. Run the ball, those slants, and then mix it in with your creative mindset.
Get under center, keep it simple, run play action, just like they did 2 weeks ago. And I expect 3-1. I expect 3-1 out of the next 4 games.
I like Robbie's little comment he put up there.
A trade. Fish, if we go 3-1 over these next 4, I think that's gonna change a lot of perspective. And I don't think it's that impossible. Who's the one loss gonna be to, Fish?
Who's the one loss going to be to? Thursday night when Keith Hansen defies me and goes to that fucking football game, we're going to lose to the Chargers.
You set yourself up for that one.
On only tickets.
I was trying to set him up, and he set myself up.
I think a trade, what Robbie said, is could be happening because if we lose one of the Eagles, then our short turnaround, we lose to the Chargers, we might be sellers before the deadline.
That'd be a 6-win team for sellers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So who's one player that you expect to step up, Fish, coming out of the bye?
Oh, Blake Cashman.
Yep.
I expect him to come back and be like a house of fire. I expect at least 1 pick within the first 2 games. I expect him to shore up the run defense, meeting people in the gap. I expect our heart and soul of the defense to come back because right now I think we're a good defense because we can stop the pass. I think it's kind of a sham. I think we can stop the pass because teams are just able to run the ball on us at will if they really want to. but I think that he's going to become a difference maker and make us an actual legitimate good defense against both forms of attack.
What about you, Cody?
I don't have a comment.
What about you, Shaq?
For me, I'm gonna say Jonathan Allen. I want at least one of these defensive tackles to start making an impact that not just us, but the national media see. I need one of them. I'm going with Jonathan Allen. I want him to make an impact that he ends up on NFL highlights for the week.
That'd be a good one because, I mean, that was a signing that we were all pretty excited about, and there hasn't been anything. I mean, at least Hargrave has showed us a little bit. I mean, still down on him, but at least he's showing us something. For me, it's got to be Jonathan Grenard. I know he's been getting some pressure there, but expectations are higher for him. I mean, Dallas Turner is getting pressure. From Grenard, I expect a little bit more. I expect him to actually be getting to the quarterback, disrupting things, making things difficult on the teams. And I believe he's going to do it. And if we're going to be a playoff team, Grenard's got to be a force for us.
I mean, I actually got one. It's going to be Jordan Addison after the first quarter benching. I think he does step up in a major way, especially helping Carson Wentz out. I think Jordan Addison puts up bigger numbers than Justin Jefferson does this game, and I think he's the reason we win this game.
That's pretty hot.
Wait, did you say we're going to win this game?
It's got to be with Addison.
Cody hasn't made his mind up yet. He's going to wait for us to do our prediction until he makes up his mind.
Yeah.
He's a game time decision on his prediction, baby.
It's so tough. So tough to think about.
That's a hot take, Tommy. Jonathan Allen will get traded within 10 days.
So who?
But Purple and Gold Bars says Hargrave has been getting double teamed all season, which is why everyone else is looking good. Jonathan Allen's not looking good.
My thing is, how are they double teaming Javon Hargrave when we have Jonathan Allen, freaking Grenard, and then Dallas Turner and Cole?
The answer to that, Shaq, is because week one, Hargrave took over the game.
So he's the only pass rusher we have on the line?
No, we have Jalen Redmond.
Oh, my bad. I forgot about Jalen Redmond. No, we don't got Jonathan Bullard no more. That's why we can't stop the run.
Yeah, no Jonathan Bullard. No Harrison Phillips. We basically traded Harrison Phillips and a 4th-round pick for Thielen.
Oh, God. Oh, that's so depressing.
That's crazy.
I saw somebody say, what's that?
Jonathan Allen has 73% of the snap counts, and Hargrave has 56, and Jalen Redmond has 58. Jonathan
Allen's the most productive.
Yeah.
Jonathan Allen's not doing anything.
No, now with 73% of the snap share.
And obviously it's not like, oh, he's helping on the run, so that doesn't really show up in the stats. No, he's not, because our run game is terrible.
Yeah, Levi Drake Rodriguez has 42% and Ingram Dawkins at 31. That's not what you want to see.
I said it when we signed him, and I'll say it again. We got the wrong DT from Washington. The one we wanted was Payne.
The one I wanted was Jazon Newton.
Oh, the Illinois guy?
Yeah. But I'm not the GM.
Out of 233 snaps, Jonathan Allen only has 11 total pressures, if that answers your question, whoever commented that.
That was Rinaldi, however you say it. Because he's always believed that pressures are more important than interceptions. I mean, sacks. Damn, I fucked that. I messed that up, Rinaldi. Damn.
Way to script the delivery.
That's bold. More than interceptions, that's a turnover right there.
No, It's that pressures are more important than sacks because the pressure could lead to a bad pass, which leads to an interception. But I messed that up. Tell Blanche, thank you, Unc. Oh, and hey, Unc, happy birthday.
Oh,
I know it's not the day. I know it's your weekend. I know it's your birthday weekend. You haven't said the actual day.
Happy
But I know
birthday,
it's
Unc.
weekend.
yeah.
Happy
If you guys
birthday.
don't know who Unc is, he puts out a little letter out, newsletter. What was it? First and Skol? Is that what it is?
SKOLing Stand.
Yeah, SKOLing Stand. And I advise y'all to check it out. It's an interesting read when he goes through it. And I haven't been a big advocate and agreeing with him all the time, but I read it every single time he puts it out, and it's actually enjoyable to read. And it's a lot of information. If you're not checking that out, go check that out now.
He needs to put me more in his articles as the best scout in Minnesota Let's Go history.
Shameless, just flat out shameless.
I know it's Shaq's birthday.
What? I said happy birthday.
We over here showing love for his birthday, and Shaq's like, yeah, but
Shaq,
No. I hate to make it about me, but I'm gonna make it about me.
All right, so we've kind of been alluding to it the whole show, but this week we got the Philadelphia Eagles. Vikings are 3-2 coming out of the bye. They're not as healthy as we wanted them to be, but they're probably the healthiest they've been since week 1. The Eagles are 4-2 after starting 4-0. Last week they lost 34-17 to the Giants, which that was pretty shocking to me. The Eagles lead the all-time series against the Vikings, 16-15, which includes 4 postseason games. With the win on Sunday, Vikings can even the score at 16 apiece. Last time these two teams met, Eagles won. Actually, the Eagles won last meeting, and they won the last 2. The Vikings haven't beat them since 2017. Was it 2019? 2019 when what was that linebacker's name?
Yeah, who said something about Cousins and then got cut or traded or whatever, waived?
I can never remember the guy's name, but I could see the image of him talking in the locker room afterwards. He did his thing. I'm gonna have to call him. Then he got cut.
Yeah.
Oh, Cody got a fire drill.
Zach Brown.
Zach Brown, that's the name. Such a memorable name.
He said he was the weakest part of the Vikings offense. He wasn't lying.
Yep. I mean, he carved them up, though. He was the strongest part that game.
Cousin with that Gatorade.
So Vikings open up as a 2.5-point underdog, but I believe that's gone down to only 1 point. This game's basically a wash. Cody said he's taking the points, but there ain't much points to take, Cody.
I'm taking the -1. If I was a gambler, I'm taking the -1. I don't bet against the Vikings, so if I was a gambler, though, I'm definitely taking Eagles -1.
So now he's back to taking the Eagles fish because there ain't no way that hits without the Eagles winning.
Yeah, I know. I'm not betting it. I mean, but you're getting better odds. You're getting better odds off the -1 spread than you are the money line.
What about a tie, Keith? What about a tie?
Okay, a tie, but that's a loss. So, what are your feelings going into this game, Fish? Your gut feeling.
I don't know why the Eagles look so prone right now, but they do. However, they are getting a really key piece back in Jalen Carter. I think this is going to be a close game, one of those kind of heavyweight punching games where I think that the quarterbacks are going to get their asses kicked in this game on both sides. And with the I think this is going to be a 1-score game. Now, I know that earlier this week I made the prediction that we were going to win by 2 scores. or at least by 7 points. I think this is going to be like a 1 or 2 point win. And I think it's going to be ugly. And I think it's going to be brutal.
We will get into those predictions, but Cody, what's your gut feeling right now?
The gut feeling right now is the Eagles are pretty mad, losing the past 2 games, and it's an organization that figures out their wrongs pretty fast, right? They're a Super Bowl team for a reason. They're a Super Bowl winning team for a reason. And I think for us playing them, it's basically their bounce back game. I think they figure it out again. Us against the run, it's scary to face Saquon Barkley, and that's probably going to be part of the key that comes up here a little later. Is what can we do to Saquon Barkley? And if we can't do anything to him, we lose this game by a lot.
Shaq, what's your confidence heading into this game?
I'm about a 6. This will determine if the Vikings deserve to be in the playoffs or not. If we can't beat an Eagles team that's been going through some things for the last couple of weeks, then I don't know if we really deserve to be trying to beat playoff teams in the playoffs. So this game will be our real first test, seeing where the Vikings stick amongst the NFC North, well, not NFC North teams, but NFC teams.
I think Lowe might be a little bit behind, so in about 20 minutes you'll see my response. Because I talked about Phillips in the 4th for Adam Thielen earlier, and she's telling me to F off because Phillips was gone. Phillips was the salary cap that we used to pay Adam Thielen. Sorry. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you don't like it, but that's what it is. Love you, Lowe. Hey, and I've been wearing Thielen's jersey the last 3 weeks. I'm rooting for the guy. I hope it works out. Like, I still think that he will have a game where he does something that wins a game for us. But to this point, nothing.
You're 2-1 with that Thielen jersey on, so keep it wearing it.
Yeah, wear it at home Thursday night.
Yeah.
At home. Watching it on TV.
It does suck because right now we're like, we win a game, we lose the game. Win a game, lose a game. Win a game, lose a game. We're just back and forth so much.
Where would that put us at? 9-8, right?
Yeah, 9 wins, yeah.
Thielen a bust. Damn, Ronaldo. And I'm the one that got told to F off just because I said that we traded Phillips to get Thielen.
Hey, you cannot say anything negative to Vikings fans about Thielen or Harris Smith. They'll go off on you.
I wasn't even saying a negative, man. It was just a fact. Oh, my feelings going to this game, I actually feel a lot better than I did a few weeks ago. The Eagles, they beat us up the past couple times we played them, but those games were in Philly, and that's different. And even those games where they beat us up the last couple times, we ended up making it close games, and I was doing that with Kirk Cousins, so we should be able to do a lot better with Carson Wentz. And it's at home, and our last home game was pretty damn good. Not the one before that, but our last home game was pretty damn good. I think we're going to come out firing in this game. I feel really good because our defense is our strong point, and their offense hasn't been looking good. So I think that's where we're going to come up. Saquon Barkley, can we contain him? If we can, the Vikings should win this game. So I feel pretty damn calm. And it's my daughter's birthday that day. So football guys, I'm just throwing it out there into the ether. Don't ruin my daughter's birthday because I will cancel that thing.
Don't ruin my daughter's birthday.
If you do that, then Keith will have to stay homebound for a whole week afterward.
Yes.
Just not go anywhere.
Huh. Come on, Fish. You got to give me a chance to prove I can win.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
Do we want to win and go to the Super Bowl, or do we want to develop a fan at the home game?
Well, you guys want to develop the quarterback, so why not develop the fan?
You ruined my perfect record.
You ruined Cody's perfect record, Keith.
I like how Shaq gets off. He's 0-1. The guy's never seen a win. The guy's never seen a win.
Well, we feel bad for him.
I've won before.
Yeah, that's what makes it worse. We feel bad for Shaq.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's just born bad luck.
I can't believe I drove all the way up to Minneapolis to have Keith cause us to lose that damn game at home, man.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with you buying the jersey with the wrong number on it.
I sure as hell did not. It was the right number. It's wrong name on the back.
That's one way to look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint that bitch.
All right.
So Warren, are you ready? All right, so we'll go ahead and get our Eagles fan on here and do a little bit of Skol with the Enemy. What's up, Warren? How you doing?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing this morning?
Skol, buddy.
All right. Tonight, how are y'all doing?
What's good, Warren?
Yes,
Warren
sir.
G?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The one and only.
So, Warren, why don't you give us a little bit of background on you as an Eagles fan and a little bit about your show?
Yeah. So our show started the 2023 season. Originally, it was me and Jay. We were on with another podcast that ended up kind of just crashing and burning. So me and Jay kind of reached out to each other and we were like, yo, do you want to do this? Like me and him just kind of grouped together, came up with the name, came up with everything. And we kind of started like that. And as we've been doing it, we're kind of learning as we go, like getting the whole StreamYard thing down, getting down the whole YouTube, understanding it. So far we've been doing pretty well, but yeah, we just plan on growing. As far as an Eagles fan, so I'm originally from Austin, moved out to Philly when I was 5. So I lived in Philly from 5 all the way up to 10. And that's where I just fell in love with the Birds, Donna McNabb, all that stuff. And moved out to Florida. So I just been an Eagles fan just through and through since then. So just been paying attention to the team. I was there during the Chip Kelly era. So I definitely know what it's like to have that coach to kind of crash and burn your team. But yeah, man, I love doing this, love talking to other opponents and getting y'all's feedback and just learning about y'all's team as well. And then y'all learn about ours and seeing how the game turns out.
Well, yeah, that's good. I mean, that's exactly what this segment is. And I try to get more Eagle fans on here, but for some reason they're very hard. Every other team I've been able to get almost too many people where I had to like back some people off.
Yeah, we're kind of going through something right now, even though it's only 2 losses. We're
having a moment.
Yeah, we're taking it as if we're not going to the playoffs or something. So the way I look at it is we start off very slow and with a new offensive coordinator, trying to learn him, us understand everything that's going on. But I think the biggest thing about this game coming up is y'all are coming back from a bye. We're coming back from a 10-day just mini bye. The team kind of got away from each other, all separated, now coming back together, going over what's not working, what they can do differently. So I think us as fans, we want to see with that mini bye, can we get results out of this game coming up? And
it's actually a sore spot for me, Warren.
Why is that?
You know, there's only 3 teams in the league that are this year that have a bye and are playing a team that, you know, doesn't have the short, you know, like you get the mini bye, right? So we don't get the full advantage of having the bye as if you'd have played on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we're only one of 3 teams where that happens.
Oh, wow.
Everybody else gets the bye and gets the full advantage of having a
That's
they
interesting.
did somewhat fairly. They did somewhat fairly. I know that 2023 season when we were playing the 49ers, they're coming back from a bye, and we just got back from a rough game, and we're playing a fresh team. So at least they gave us somewhat of a mini bye before going in. I think they tried to play us fairly. The only thing I'm more frustrated about is we don't have back-to-back home games. Like we just have everything's either 2 away games in a row or it's away home, and yeah, no back-to-back home game.
I hear you. We were in Europe for back-to-back weeks. I know you're.
It's rough, man. It's rough. But yeah.
So right after I said that we weren't able to get no other Eagle fans, we had one fly in.
Nice.
Look at that.
There you
What
go.
up?
We need it.
What's up?
We got to
What's
bring
going on,
it.
y'all?
What's up, Adonis? Why don't you well, first of all, thank you for joining us, but why don't you let us know who you are and your background as an Eagles fan.
Oh, okay. Well, I go by Adonis. That's actually my cousin right there.
Shaq, that's your cousin
Claim
Shaq.
that, huh?
Yeah. That's my little cousin. I've been an Eagles fan since 2002. Talking to McNabb era, Greg Lewis, James Thrash. I've been here before it was cool. So it's been I've been through all the ups and downs. And yeah, what else? What else do you want to know?
What is your thoughts on the Vikings, like as a team, like historically and currently? Like when you hear the Minnesota Vikings, or you got the Vikings coming up on your schedule, like what kind of thoughts you got?
Well, historically, the Vikings, they're either really, really, really close or not close at all. If you go back to the Purple People Eater days, really close. I'm talking extremely close. Then you can go back to the Kirk Cousin days. Sometimes close, sometimes not so close, but they're always one of those teams where they're either in the hunt or on the cusp, or they're nobody to take lightly, but they aren't a powerhouse either. You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel when I see the Vikings. They're nobody to sleep on. And I mean, nobody is in the NFL, but at the same time, it's like Minnesota's, from my recollections, always been known to kind of be just there, like just almost there.
Did you look at us as a potential trap game?
No, I thought that was the Giants game, which it was.
What about you, Warren? Like when you think about the Vikings, what kind of emotions does that invoke with inside of you when you just think about the Vikings as a football team? And you say whatever you want.
No, at the end of the day, I kind of look at like with Justin Jefferson right now, of explosive offense that just needs an explosive run game. That's where I viewed y'all. Then y'all picked up Aaron Jones, and then picking up Mason. It definitely made y'all a threat. And I think right now it's just trying to figure out if JJ McCarthy is y'all's guy right now. And that's kind of where I see it. As far as the defense, y'all's defense has gotten better, and it's very like sneaky gotten better. Like not a lot of people have noticed it, but y'all have slowly gotten better on y'all's defense, especially the secondary defense. So it's one of those teams you definitely can't see as a trap game. You have to play them well, and you can't play down to y'all. You have to come in playing right, and that's the best way I look at it. Because if you underestimate you guys, y'all can have an explosive game on people. That's the way I view y'all right now.
So
And
I actually
have a
haven't.
very difficult division too. Y'all's division is pretty tough.
Best division in football, right, Fish?
Hell no.
I'm kind of with you. You said you can't play down to our level. I feel like Minnesota always plays down to the other team's level. Like we have roles in offense, and you guys catch up, and it becomes a close game again. I just don't want to see that happen. I think the first time we ever blew out an opponent in the past, I don't know, since 2019 Eagles, we played y'all. It was the Bengals game. That's the first time we won by 20 plus more points in a while. So I want to see a different kind of Vikings game against y'all. I don't want y'all playing down to our level at all. I want us to play above your level, if that makes sense.
I like that. I think we just got a lot of questions right now on our side. I think the biggest thing that we have is we have to see how our secondary looks. Quinyon Mitchell is scheduled to play, so we will see him. Jalen Carter is coming back. We will be getting Nakobe Dean back. And one thing about Nakobe Dean is Nakobe Dean, he was very good at stopping the run. So Jordan Mason, who y'all have, I was projected to get at least 70 rushing yards on us. But with Nakobe Dean coming back, I'm curious to see how that's going to look. So it's going to be a good game. It definitely is.
Man, so you guys are gonna be pretty damn healthy. I was hoping to get a little bit lucky there, but I actually haven't watched any Eagles games in full this season. Just kind of watching Red Zone and watching the highlights so far. But to me, it seems like your defense is still your guys' strong point. It's pretty stout, but it seems like the offense just isn't getting going, running or passing. Is that a fair assessment?
Doc, you want to answer that or?
Yeah. Well, first, let me just to let you know, Keith, we aren't healthy. We're missing. Well, Quignon's supposed to play, but the corners behind him, on the other side of him, terrible. Jay Jettas and Addison are with the right QB throwing them the ball just as good as Higgins and Chase, if you ask me. But our quarterback play isn't the greatest, and Quignon not being 100%, this is his second year. He was a rookie last year, so he's still going through growing pains. And then to be hurt on top of that and be playing one of the top 3 or 4 receivers in the entire football league, that's no easy feat. So that's not good. Jalen Carter's dealing with an issue. He's dealing with a heel. He's dealing with a shoulder. So he's not 100%. He's also still young. He's also going through growing pains. So some of our best players are young and they're hurt. So when you look at that in totality, the defense, believe it or not, and then Nakobe Dean, I heard you saying Nakobe Dean's coming back, but he's coming back off of one of those injuries where it takes you about a good year, 2 years, and I played ball for a very long time. It takes you about a good year, 2 years to get that explosiveness back. I know he's eager to get back in there, which I commend, but with that kind of injury, getting right back into the action and thinking you're going to be 100% or make those plays you used to make is not likely. It's really not likely. And then the guy who is basically filling his role this year is also a rookie who's also going through growing pains. So it's like there's a lot of ways to attack our defense. I'm more worried about our defense being exposed or being hung out to dry than it is our offense. Our offense, we have the pieces. We have the pieces. We have the players. They've been there. We need the proper direction, and everybody knows, just to put this out there before I speak truth about my quarterback. He's 2-0 versus the Vikings. Just want to put that out there. But everybody knows Jalen's limitations. They know what he's good at. They know what he's not good at. He knows what he's good at. He knows what he's not good at. And for those of you who didn't know, Jalen is a coach's son. So he's not like a Pat Mahomes or a Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, one of those guys, because he was never programmed to be such. He was never programmed to be a leader of men. He was programmed to be a useful tool in an offense. So if he's being coached by someone or he's being directed by someone who doesn't know fully what they want to do, that's going to be an issue. But with the pieces you have around you, if you say, F it, let's just start slinging it, good things will happen. Defensively, a lot of rookies, a lot of them hurt, and we're going up against a very high-powered, some real skillful weapons out there. Quarterback-wise, we may be able to, hang with you guys, but that's why I feel like our issue would be this game is defense, not offense.
Let me pose a question to you fellas, if I could.
Yeah.
I was just looking at your record this year and looking at the teams that you beat in the first 4 games. You got to win over the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Bucks, and the Rams. 3 of them teams are good with winning records. Did these all just kind of happen at the Bucks game, or what's changed? What do you think has changed that's made you lose to the Broncos and the Giants versus? Because y'all look. Preseason, we thought you were a juggernaut. I called it a loss. And all of a sudden, something happened after the Bucks game. What is it that you think happened that made you go from beating 3 probable playoff teams to losing to the Broncos and the Giants in back-to-backs? What do you think happened?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing that we all noticed throughout all those games that we did win was our offense was not playing up to par. Like our offensive line was not. So with our offensive line not playing up to par, the run game isn't, because if you watch those games, look at Saquon's rushing yards. His rushing yards are low, and he's getting more tackled in the backfield now rather than getting tackled by linebacker or secondary. So our offensive line, I think, is banged up. Even Mekhi Becton, who even went to the Chargers, he's even out right now. So I think our offensive line isn't healthy. Landon Dickerson actually suffered, I want to say, a knee injury, open practice game, and then Cam Jurgens got surgery back in April. So he got back surgery, and I don't know if anybody's ever gotten back surgery before, but that definitely can affect you in the game, especially with tush push going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Cam Jurgens, then Tyler Steen taking over for Mekhi Becton. So really, you got Mailata and you got Lane Johnson kind of making up for those unhealthy linemen. But with all that to say is our offensive line is not up to par right now, which is weakening our run game. And the way we operate is we try to be explosive in the run game and be effective in the pass game. So now that our offensive line is not doing their so since we don't have the run game going on, we're having to throw the ball a lot more now. So the last two games, Jalen Hurts threw for 280 yards with only one interception. So Jalen Hurts is passing like he's passing just like any one of the other quarterbacks. Yes, he missed a few throws. I'm pretty sure every quarterback does that. But missed a few throws. But with that going on, that isn't the way we play. And with the passing game and Kevin Patullo, him being a new offensive coordinator, us trying to figure out what he's expecting. So I think it's a lot of just trying to figure out everything and executing and trying to stay healthy.
You guys had Liam Cohen as your OC before, right? Is that who the guy you guys had at your offense coordinator?
No.
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore. Okay, yeah, Kellen Moore, the big pass game, right? I think what's happening is Sirianni, as you guys are winning games, he kept slowly migrating the offense over to that offensive coordinator. All right, we're winning games. I think Sirianni takes over the offense again. I 100%. And I think that's why you're failing. I think Sirianni gave too much power to the offense coordinator to call plays, and that's why you're seeing your struggles right now. Like Sirianni had the perfect game plan to get you guys a Super Bowl championship. It was run the ball with Barkley, right? You're second half, right? Second half, you're pounding with Barkley. He's going to get, and you guys are the best team in the second half for run game last year. I think he's given too much power up towards the OC just to see, it's your OC. You want him to call your plays, not the head coach. Head coach needs to take the reins. We kind of have an opposite problem to where we have KOC calling all the plays for us on offense as a head coach, but I have a feeling we don't want to give Wes Phillips the offense on the plays on our side. So Sirianni needs to take the reins back. He needs to become KOC again, basically.
Is he still on the staff?
Yeah. Coach. His background is special teams. What he did was he delegated. He basically coaches the whole team. What we basically want from our coaches,
right?
He delegate the offense to the offensive coordinator and the defense to the defensive coordinator, while he maintains all the players. It's just that I think that's the reason why the Eagles be so up and down is because when they try to build the offense, they start with Jalen Hurts and they have that elite offensive line, and it's kind of a good base to build around. And then when you add Saquon Barkley to give him a run game, you gotta just keep it simple. But what I think they're struggling with, Warren and Adonis, you can correct me if I'm wrong, basically pretty much is the offensive coordinator don't know how to use the weapons y'all currently got and scheme a game plan for your offense. It's kind of like hit or miss.
Yeah, in a sense. So it's more so, and this is just from my POV and with watching my team. One, Philly's full of drama. And that's us at baseline.
Yeah.
That's us at baseline. We lose, the sky's falling. We win, we win convincingly. We all see what happens when we win and win convincingly. So we all heard of the phrase, too many Chiefs, not enough Indians, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what's happening this year, like it happened in 2023. So Sirianni, at no point do I ever want him picking up a clipboard and calling any play ever.
Thank you.
Ever.
Thank you.
He has no clue how to play the game of chess on the football field. Not one. That's why his success has always been predicated on a good offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. If you look at it from the last 4 years, when we had good OCs and DCs, we go to the bowl. When we don't, we lose in the first round. We have good OCDC. We go to the bowl. We win the bowl convincingly. Without it, we're here on this podcast asking what the heck's going on. Sirianni is a motivational speaker. He is the guy who galvanizes the troops. He is a guy who keeps everybody in bounds. He's the guy who, all those big personalities. He's the guy to be able to have a special relationship with each and every player. But he is not the guy to tell you how to get in your splits, or what time or when to make your breaks, or who should play and who shouldn't play, right? So with Kevin Patullo, who's our OC this year, that's his buddy. That's kind of like they golf. Like they've been buddies since the days of when they were over there in with the Colts, right? So he hired within, just like he did with Sean Desai 2 years ago in 23, and it's costing him. These guys are forgetting that this is still a job. They're kind of playing like a video game. They're kind of playing Madden. And to answer your question, Fish, when you ask what's going on, honestly, it's you can't motivate me out of this problem anymore. AJ Brown is not getting enough targets. Saquon Barkley is not getting the run lanes. He's not sitting the correct offensive linemen who are hurt. He's playing a video game with real people, and they're like, you can't motivational speak me into wanting to play for you correctly anymore. And you're seeing it fall apart at the seams because, again, his job was always to keep the big personalities in a small box and have the proper people direct them on where to go and how to do it. And when you start losing, because winning is the recipe for everything, we know that. When you start losing, I'm a little less inclined to hear your motivational speak this week. And when you start losing, when I'm getting one target, AJ Brown got one target.
Hey, Shaq, how much longer is AJ Brown going to be an Eagle?
Well,
he's stuck for 2 years.
For my hot take, but
he's stuck for 2 years.
I'm hoping it's before Sunday.
Before Sunday.
I'm hoping it's before Sunday.
So, Adonis, you kind of started talking about it, and I want to know your guys' feeling about having Jalen Hurts as your quarterback.
Okay, well, I'll be quick. I feel like Jalen Hurts, he shows us exactly who he is. He's a winner. I'm not going to sit here and say he's the most physically gifted guy in the NFL, but I will say that his football IQ is some of the best. I will say his determination to win is up there with the elites. I will say that if he continues on this path, he's on a Hall of Fame trajectory. If he continues to win and convincingly, he knows his limitations. He's not somebody lying to himself, and he works his best through those limitations.
So you're happy with him. Like, you're good at quarterback. You don't think they need to seek anything else. You're good running with Jalen Hurts and the style quarterback he is.
I would rather have JJ than, no offense, I would rather have Jalen than JJ or Wentz, because he knows who he is and what he's trying to do.
That's kind of not fair. I'm trying to think of a different quarterback that's not a Viking. Would you rather have like more of a standardized quarterback? Because I don't fear Jalen Hurts as a passer.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So would you rather, have a quarterback like that? Or do you like the way your offense runs with Jalen Hurts? Like, you're good with that?
Yeah, because, again, if he wasn't a proven winner, then I probably have a different take on this. But with the way he plays, with his limitations, with all of these knocks on him, he wins football games consistently. He went a whole calendar year without losing a foot.
And those are fair points. I'm just like,
yeah.
So yes.
So would you trade him for Joe Burrow straight up?
Would I trade him for Joe Burrow? I don't think Joe Burrow would be able to handle Philly. So no.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Because the issue would be he gets injured all the time. That would be the issue out.
He's also playing behind an ass offensive line, but you guys don't have that, right?
Honestly, I think their offensive line is better than our offensive line right now.
Oh my!
That is good news. That would be very good news. I'm not believing that though.
The way that I'm telling you, The way
Healthy
that
or
offensive
unhealthy?
line is playing it's not good. The last 5 games, they have not played well at all. And that's why I said these injuries are actually taking a toll on them. But we're definitely going to see. I think
Why you got to give me hope like that, Warren? Why you got to
Hey.
give me hope?
well, I'm just being honest. I think at the end of the day, we're getting Kevin Patullo right now as an OC after winning a Super Bowl and after playing since February. Like our last game was February, so a lot of these linemen are banged up. That's kind of where I'm at as far as the team. But when it comes to the Vikings, so this last game against the Giants, the reason why everybody's in an uproar right now is because it almost felt like the team just gave up in the fourth quarter. It felt like they just gave up. They were done with it. Like nobody wanted to tackle Scatterboo at all. Like everybody just gave up. So we're trying to see if that's a one-off or is this going to be a mirror of the 2023 season. That's truly what we want to see going into this game. So that's kind of where we're going at. But going back to the Jalen Hurts deal, at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts is a dual threat quarterback. Like he's not gonna throw the ball like a Joe Burrow or like a Josh Allen, but he can throw the ball. He can be effective throwing the ball. What makes him a threat is the fact that he still can run. So I feel like if you take Jalen Hurts away, you take away the run game. So now that affects Barkley. So there are tangibles that Jalen Hurts does have that defenses do have to be mindful of. Just simply looking at the Super Bowl game, he had his best game because the whole goal was to stop Barkley. You stop Barkley, now he's throwing the ball, he's running the ball, like he's being more effective that way because of that threat of Barkley. So if you have a Joe Burrow, they're just going to stack the box on you. That's it. They'll just stack the box and they'll stop Barkley and they'll just be sacking. They would sack Joe Burrow. That's kind of how I look at it. But he's not. I wouldn't put him in my top 5, but you have to at least put him at top 10. But look at his accolades. When you look at accolades, you have to put him at top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But
someone in the comments said it. Someone in the comments said it that you all got him as a top 5.
Well, I'll be honest too. The Eagles fan base is kind of split. It's split right now. There's certain people that see it as it's Kevin Patullo. There's certain people that see it as it's Jalen Hurts. So it's like I said, it's a split fan base right now. Like some people, what's that?
I mean, in their defense, it's kind of hard not to put a quarterback that been to the Super Bowl twice and has 1 Super Bowl ring. Like it's kind of hard not to put him in the top 5 out of all the quarterbacks that's playing right now. Stats aside, a lot of quarterbacks haven't even reached the Super Bowl once.
Yeah, but they going based off the people say it's your roster. That's why. That's what
It
people
really.
say.
I mean, but even when they say it's your roster, name me one successful team that doesn't have a good roster.
And
Like,
hey, that's my debate too. That's my debate when
this
I
is the ultimate team sport. There's no way you can be great without the greatness.
I don't know, man. I feel like Kansas City is strictly Mahomes, Kelsey, and Jones right now, and that's it.
And the rest.
They have a stellar defense.
And the rest. Yeah.
But okay, wait. So you're telling me that Kansas City, you feel like it's just those guys, but they have a stellar defense and they have an offensive wizard in Andy Reid who knows how to scheme up plays. That's attributed to his greatness. I can guarantee you put any quarterback with a confused OC and a head coach who literally can't call plays, you're going to see some terrible, terrible quarterback play. And Jalen Hurts still and somehow triumphs, regardless of if they had to load him with weapons because they knew they wasn't going to load him with good direction and coaching.
I definitely agree with that. I'm just saying that I think the Chiefs are not a strong roster and are still successful. And I think that once Travis Kelce retires, they're going to be dead in the water.
You got somebody with a question.
So,
my guys, what's the deal?
What is good, Zoe?
What up with y'all, man? How y'all doing, man?
Better now.
Man, I've been trying to catch y'all, man. I miss my guys, man. I see y'all got some Eagles fans on here, huh?
We do, Zo.
Yes,
Tell them why
sir.
they need to be worried. Tell them why they need to be worried on Sunday, Zo.
Why they need to be worried? Because that offense is fucking trash right now, and our defense is coming. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. I'm being 100% honest. The offense of Philly right now is in disarray. I'm not lying. They can't score over 17 points on offense. I'm just being real.
Okay, and you believe that the Vikings defense is going to be the ones to shut that down? Y'all not
They ain't gonna
even
be, no,
y'all not even half of what Denver was, and
no,
they had a hard time. And you
We're
think
still-
the
Wait,
Vikings?
how are we not? We're
What?
like we're
Okay.
top 5 in points against.
Y'all blitz a lot. Granted,
No, we didn't. We don't blitz a lot this year.
y'all the third most. Y'all blitz the third most in the league.
I'm
Check
not.
that.
No, but I'm not saying that though. I'm saying y'all gonna get to y'all favorite point, 17. Y'all gonna get 17 points. But all I'm saying is AJ Brown don't know what's going on. Saquon Barkley acting like he tired. The offensive line act like they can't block no more. I don't know what's going on in Philly, bro. I just know my defense is coming, and hopefully Carson Wentz can have a game like the old hits had last night, and he can show the Eagles y'all gave up on the wrong quarterback. I'm just saying.
I was meaning to ask
Damn.
about, meaning to ask about how y'all feel about Carson Wentz. Like, when
Damn, Zo.
and now.
Honestly, I'm not too worried about it just because it's so long ago. So that's just being real.
Yeah, who cares about Carson Wentz?
Yeah, like I'm not too worried about Carson Wentz. I think at the end of the day, this is a prove it game for us. It's a prove it game. So everybody knows at the end of the day, they know what's going to happen in Philly if they lose this game. So
what's gonna happen? I'm being nice, Chevy. I'm being nice.
Hey,
I'm being nice.
I look at it like this. I truly think that Saquon is actually going to have his breakout game against the Vikings this game. He's going to have
What's a breakout game?
over 100 rushing yards.
Oh my God! Get the fuck out! No way! Saquon Barkley, the same Saquon I seen get 7 and 12 carries a game.
Hey, they got something. From what Jeff Salad said, he changed up the offensive line to where we got Fred Johnson back. So Fred Johnson is definitely, he was an offensive tackle, and they're gonna move him over to guard. So that's what we needed at the same time. Because the thing is, our linemen are not pulling like they were last year. So I can see Saquon having an explosive game. Getting the Kobe Dean back, I think is going to stop y'all's run.
You compare me to Diddy? That's wild.
Don't worry, we only run the ball 11 times a game too. So
what the fuck? How you compare me to a Diddy though? What the fuck is that though?
Vikings only run the ball 11 times a game anyway too. So like we're
you
having
said the Vikings do?
Yeah, Vikings do. It's only like an average 11 times a game. And that's one of the biggest key points we've been talking about with KOC for the past since 2022 is run the ball. You have a player that you are able to run the ball with, yet you come back to the pass because you got all these weapons on the pass game. So he's going to utilize that more than he's going to do the run game. And when we blew out the Bengals, I think how many times we run the ball? It was over 24 times.
We had no choice.
Yeah, no, I mean, still, that's you run the ball. It puts you in third and manageable. It puts you in good situations, especially with Jordan Mason, where if he gets tackled, he falls forward a yard. Like get that third and manageable, and that's been the biggest issue for Minnesota is if the run game isn't working at first, we go away from it, and everybody knows a run game works when you're into the fourth quarter. Saquon Barkley is if you keep pounding that defense, you keep breaking that defense down until they are broken. And then, okay, now we're going to start slinging this ball.
I got a question for the Eagles fans one time. Like, y'all know y'all on the road this weekend, right?
Yeah.
So I want to ask y'all this from the bottom of my heart. What book is AJ Brown going to bring out this weekend?
What book? Well, he already said he's not doing the book thing right now. So that's and see, this is and to be I'm gonna be 100 with you too. So this is what we talk about when we say the noise. So this is the noise that people be talking about that we have to hear. And we know that AJ Brown's not. At the end of the day, I just think AJ Brown just wants. He knows the offense can be. He knows what it can be. It just ain't. They're just not doing that right now. So
he got a Kindle.
A Kindle.
He got a Kindle. He ain't bringing a book.
Okay, so he gonna read all type of books.
No book, no Kindle. He might drop a few touchdowns on y'all though.
A few.
I can
What's
see
a
that.
few? More than one?
You must not know. We got your boy Isaiah Rodgers.
Oh, we should have signed him back. Oh, I'm so mad about that.
That's the one move that I wish we would have.
Oh,
I've been saying this since we signed him. That was the biggest mistake y'all could have made. We got him.
Oh, we should have signed him.
What's frustrating about that is they were actually offering him. They offered him the same amount that the Vikings did, but he was not going to be a starter. They had so much trust in Keely Ringo.
Y'all made Keith go pinky up, man.
Yeah,
and that kind of sounds familiar. That kind of sounds familiar with us.
Yeah,
we that quarterback. Like we
quarterback.
Yeah, we.
Hey, Cody.
That's last year.
So ain't no what crazy about that shit, Cody. And I stand on this. The Vikings fumbled the ball with Daniel Jones. Cause to me, honestly, should nobody be given a starting spot until you earn a starting spot?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I can.
But Zoe, they offered him more money than the Colts did, so they did have.
But he knew JJ was the quarterback.
No, he knew he was going to have to compete for the spot, and he's like, I could be Anthony Richardson.
Competition.
I could beat Anthony Richardson.
You don't think Daniel Jones could beat out JJ McCarthy?
I don't know. He thought he could.
He thought it was going to be politics.
Yeah, exactly.
It was going to be. They had to play him. It was going to be politics. They had to play JJ. They had to.
But how the Vikings? Now Zoe, we fighting like usual. But how the Vikings fumble the ball right there? Like, what are they supposed to say? Oh yeah, we're gonna sign you, Daniel Jones, and we're gonna guarantee you're the starter. Were they supposed to do that?
You tell Daniel Jones it's an open competition. Whoever win. Because
I'm sure they did.
No, they did not.
He would have been under too much scrutiny, man. Daniel Jones wanted peace. He already went through that. Because mind you, if he would have thrown one interception, mind you, all the fans wanted to see JJ. So if Daniel Jones would have thrown one interception, get him at the same old Daniel Jones. He wanted a clean slate, nobody behind him, nobody biting on his neck, none of that. That's why he left. Y'all made it clear that we're really gonna have to play this young kid eventually because we drafted him.
So ain't you excited to see what we're gonna do with that 4th round comp pick that we got for him?
No.
It looks really bad.
I ain't think about the team on their draft. They can't draft shit right.
Yeah, y'all don't draft well at all.
It looks really bad for a head coach that drafted a 1st round quarterback, signing a guy and be like, hey, you're going to compete with our 1st round quarterback. Yeah, if the 1st round quarterback doesn't start here, really soon, that coach is on the hot seat.
Right. How? Jordan Love ain't right away.
He was behind Aaron Rodgers. 1 year. That was it. 1 year, and then Aaron Rodgers, and he stepped in.
He ain't said no 1 year.
He said
1 or 2 years.
He said like 3 years.
2 years.
So he had an MVP quarterback in front of him.
Super Bowl winning MVP quarterback.
Right, but the thing is, whoever win.
That's not how football. That's not how football works. Equal opportunity football does not exist.
No, it does not exist. I mean, look. If JJ McCarthy is really healthy, he'd be starting right now.
He's healthy, right? He's healthy.
You tell me Carson Wentz is better than our 1st round.
Hold on. You don't think JJ is healthy?
No,
I do think he's. I don't think he's healthy.
Baby. Bring me the gun. Shoot me in the back of my head. Man, JJ is healthy.
No, he's not. He got one leg.
Jim McCarthy's hurt. It's 4 to 6 weeks. That's the injury. That's the.
And he need to be at full strength because he's not that good.
Listen, y'all. Let me ask y'all the question. We in week 8. Which fucking NFL player is 100% healthy right now?
Hey, but this is your future. This is the future.
Right? Sam Darnold.
She right.
But look, no,
franchise. It's a 4 to 6 week injury. You're gonna keep.
I feel you, Cody. But Cody, when JJ first got hurt, let's be for real. They said he was only out for 4 weeks.
Yeah, and then a second opinion came.
And I knew I told everybody when he first got hurt, Kelsey gonna tell the team doctor he need another 2 weeks before he get healed. I knew he wasn't gonna play him against the Eagles.
No, but it's supposed to be a 4 to 6 week injury, right? It's their future, your franchise. You're gonna take that whole 6 weeks to get him back.
Man.
In that game.
We ain't seen the
Hold
kid
on,
play
let me
all
ask a question.
fucking year.
Let me ask a question real quick, because y'all been asking about my quarterback and do we think he the guy? He been to 2 Super Bowls. That question shouldn't be asked. Do y'all think that JJ is y'all guy?
We ain't seen him play yet.
Yes.
From the eye test, you believe JJ is your guy?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
No,
good development. You're gonna
Joe
develop
is
him.
a Michigan fan. He watched more film of JJ McCarthy than all of us.
I'm a Michigan fan. Go blue. I really am. And,
Where you,
and
hey,
Oh,
where,
so
hey, where
know
you from?
JJ McCarthy.
Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I grew up watching Michigan,
take on
so
it was-
go blue. But you guys got to know that JJ's not the guy. One, he's already fragile, and he needs to develop more.
But AG.
Okay,
my thing
Jalen Hurts
is,
started
though,
off as a
AG,
damn receiver for the Eagles.
No, he
But
didn't. He
look,
started
though,
off as
Yeah,
a
he
second
did.
string
Yeah,
quarterback.
no,
he
he
didn't.
started at
No, he
wait,
didn't.
what did he start as?
He started off as the second string quarterback.
No, he started out. His first play was like a reception from Carson Wentz.
No, it wasn't.
Okay,
His
I'll go
first play was not a
I'll go
reception.
pull it up on YouTube.
You're going to have to. But since he's been a starter, he's been to 2 Super Bowls.
yeah.
Right,
Two.
but you're saying what
Been to
JJ
playoff-
McCarthy
it
look
been
like
to
right
playoff
now?
every year.
JJ McCarthy, you think JJ McCarthy's going to win? Even see a Super Bowl in his tenure as a Viking?
Hey,
He
listen,
could.
I'm gonna tell you this
At
right
least
now
wait a
about
little
Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna tell you this right
Hold
now
on,
about
hold on, wait, hold on,
you
wait,
believe it?
hold on. Time out now. Hold on, wait, hold on. This Eagle fan tripping now. Listen, I know Jalen Hurts been to 2 Super Bowl. He won one.
Mhm.
But Jalen Hurts do some shit I ain't never seen before. Because I told people a couple years ago, this fucking quarterback ain't good.
Mm.
And now look what we having. I take my hat off. He did win a Super Bowl. In both Super Bowls, he did ball out. But Jalen Hurts, to me, at the quarterback spot, it's like a roller coaster. That's just me.
Right. Check it out. I'm gonna give you this on Jalen Hurts. Let's say your offensive line is missing your best left tackle, the blind side. Your second string guard is playing center, right? Your right tackle is out of the game. You're playing 2 undrafted free agents on the offensive line and a guy that has his 5th concussion. Does Jalen Hurts do well?
Jalen Hurts manages the game. Yes.
He will do well with
he'll
that
manage
offensive
the
line.
game.
Hell no, Cody.
Yeah, he's got. First of all, okay, hold on. Okay, let's put some things in perspective. Let's talk football now. Let's not just talk. Let's not talk. Okay, so we're talking about a banged up offensive line and guys who don't know what they're doing. So what is his attributes? He's strong as an ox. 2, he's mobile. 3, he has better football IQ than all of us put together in this chat. And he's been playing the game at a high level for a long time. Let's not forget.
You can say that about any quarterback in the NFL.
That's not true. That's not true. You can't say that about every quarterback in the NFL. Y'all had Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I want you. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. Not everybody is going to be
for
good.
5,000 yards in his career.
Yeah,
yeah.
He threw his when Jalen Hurts came.
You got a higher football IQ than Kirk Cousins. What you're saying?
By far, because where's Kurt at now? First of all, Kurt, he's a thief, and that's 1, 2.
I mean, I'll agree with you
Jalen
there.
Hurts threw for 4,000. He threw for over 4,000 yards the year he came second in MVP voting. So we're not going to make it seem like he can't sling the rock.
Yeah, you right. I say he a roller coaster though.
Yeah, I can, but that's Philly. It doesn't matter who you put there.
So AG, let me ask you this, because I went live with an Eagle fan earlier though, and I told my man I made a video 2 years ago about this, and Eagle fan ate my ass up about this. I said AJ Brown is going to get traded, and the Eagle fan base went crazy. Now look, we at now 3 years later. And I feel like the Eagles need to trade him because AJ Brown, to me, is throwing your offense off.
Okay, you know what? 2 things can be true.
Why do you feel like he's throwing the offense off?
Because he keep on complaining. Because the OC and the quarterback want to get AJ the ball, then they going away from what they good at. They good at running the football and doing a little dinks and dunk plays in a tush push. But AJ Brown want the ball all the fucking time to get his yards. Then he get 80, 90 yards in the game. He still ain't happy. And the offense it just isn't cut. It just messed up right now because AJ Brown wants the ball So everybody trying to make AJ Brown happy at the same time. They trying to run the offense. I don't know. That's just me.
You know why?
Yeah.
It's because AJ Brown wants to be up there with Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. When they talk best receivers, AJ Brown's not getting credit because he's not getting the ball as much.
But he up there though.
He is a top 5 receiver, but the Eagles don't use him like a top 5 receiver.
That's why I said they need to trade
That's
him.
what he's saying.
Realistic question. You put 3 undrafted free agent linemen on your Eagles offensive line. Does Hurts do well?
He's going to manage the game. He's played with worse.
Yeah, Hurts gonna do well.
He's gonna
Wait.
figure it out. He's
Because
definitely
their left tackle who's starting right now is a UDFA, Malata.
You know what? He came from rugby.
He said that.
And since we're talking about the offensive line, he's playing with 2 hurt offensive linemen.
Yeah.
2. And then he's playing with not even a career, more than a career backup. And he's playing with what really is a rookie in Steen. So he's not playing with no stellar top tier offensive line, y'all.
Now,
I know that's what y'all remember.
When did this start, though?
He was competing with Becton for that position. So the fact that Becton was kind of like how Adoree Jackson was this year. Like, we want Keely Ringo to compete for that role. You're going to win that role, and then you can get that position. That was the same thing with Becton with Steen. Becton was just outplayed Steen. So Steen was a solid backup. But another big thing is we don't have the depth like we did when it came to somebody getting injured, somebody coming in to replace. You lose Quinyon Mitchell or you lost Slade, you had Isaiah Rodgers right there. So the fact that we don't have solid depth, that's going to Howie Roseman on how he drafted and how he used this offseason with trades and pickups. He did do a very good job with that.
Why is your offense in disarray right now? Is it the offensive line?
AJ Brown.
No.
Like at the end of the day, it is the offensive line.
There we go. And he
this
lost
is the worst.
Okay.
If you look back in this is probably the worst offensive line we've had, probably since I would even push it back to Chip Kelly era, probably worst offensive line.
Jesus. Okay, now okay.
Because the way we build the offense, it starts off in the trenches anyway. It starts off in the trenches.
We're not that bad.
So if your trenches aren't good, then you're not going to have a run game.
So true indeed, but our offensive line hasn't been good all season, and we still beat some of the top teams in the league.
Yeah,
we did beat the top teams, but as we keep going, they're going to get hurt. Not hurt, but they're going. Yeah,
they're wearing them down more and more.
They're not going to get any healthier. This is my honest to God opinion. I don't think Cam Jurgens is the same center we saw last year.
No, he's had a back issue.
Yeah, he had back surgery, but I think with his back surgery, he's not going to be an elite center like he was last year.
So the Eagles fans, can I ask y'all one question though? And I've been wanting to know this because I think, do y'all feel like Saquon Barkley is tired from last year?
No, because he's still explosive. He's not getting anywhere. Like I'm saying, there's no. If you watch the game, there's no execution with the offensive.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't watch all games because last time I watched the Eagles game, bro, y'all did a put 5 plays in a fucking row, bro.
Hey,
and I went to sleep after that shit.
So you talking about the last game?
Yeah, I went to sleep. I woke up. I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all did a put 5 plays in a row. I said, oh my God, what the fuck?
Hey,
which I think is terrible. But
Warren, if it's that bad, you got to stop it. That's the way I look at it.
That's
I'm happy.
Hold on, guys. Let's get this thing kind of on track here. Give me an Eagles player that Vikings fans maybe might not have heard about as much that we should be worried about.
Drew Makuba.
Who?
Exactly.
All right. Tell us about him.
Okay, so Drew Makuba is our young safety. He's reminiscent of C.J. Gardner-Johnson without the mental issues.
Oh, from Texas?
Yeah, he's getting comfortable. He's getting more and more comfortable in that defense. And Vic Fangio's defense is nothing to sleep on. He's very instinctive. He's real like Johnny on the spot when it comes to football. And if any of us put on the pads, some guys just get lucky. They're always around the ball. Drew's getting real comfortable, and he can diagnose the field a little faster than most safeties in his position or rookies, period. And with you guys having to throw the ball because you can't run the ball, I predict him to pick up on a lot of what you guys are going to do and have some amazing plays during this game.
We can't.
That's probably one of the best answers that we've gotten from
Mm-hmm.
opposition when we've asked that question. What you going to follow that up with, Warren?
No, I was going to say Jahad Campbell. Just because Jahad Campbell is he's a drop back linebacker, and he's been effective on the defense. My concern is what he's going to look like with Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond in there. So I think Jahad Campbell, this is the game for him because we're going to see him drop back a lot with Justin Jefferson and Addison and who's y'all's tight end? Who's y'all's tight end?
Hawkinson.
Yeah. So I think Jahad Campbell's probably going to take off this game. But Drew Makuba is another good one, though. I like that one.
That's what worries me is you guys are talking about coverage, linebackers, safeties, and all we want as Vikings fans, especially me, is can we run the ball with Jordan Mason? I can give a shit about your coverage linebackers. He'll take that away if we run the ball with Jordan Mason.
So, Shaq, you got a Viking that maybe they haven't heard about that they should be worried about?
Let's see. I'm gonna go with Eric Wilson. He's an unknown linebacker. He usually was a backup, but now he's getting a chance to start. He makes the plays when he needs to, and he's always around the ball. He's not elite. He's not like Fred Warner or anything, but he's kind of like he does a good enough job to, we don't have to worry about the linebacker position for too long. So Eric Wilson, middle linebacker, he should still be filling in.
Okay. Yeah, I like that, man. Eric Wilson has just been low-key a great player for us, especially with Blake Cashman out. You got one for him, Cody?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Blake Cashman. I think he's a low-key, underrated player at middle linebacker that no one talks about. No one puts Blake Cashman up to the levels of Bobby Wagner or Urike from the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's a dude that can stop the run, and our biggest issue right now is stopping the run. I think with Blake Cashman healthy this year, or right now for this game, especially against Saquon, because I already know what the Eagles are going to do. You're a Super Bowl winning team. You're going to fix your wrongs. You're going to fix them really fast, and it's going to start with the game that we're playing you on Sunday. Is you're going to hand the ball off to Saquon more than your 12 times. You're going to hand him the ball 20 times this game. And I think with Blake Cashman in there, it's going to help us out a lot. It's going to stuff that run or stop that run just enough to where we're not giving up over 170 yards to a guy like Bijan or even Saquon Barkley or Kenneth Gainwell. Like it's been rough for our run game. Blake Cashman coming back is going to be the difference maker for our defense, especially against Saquon Barkley.
What you got, Keith?
So I'm going to go on the defense side of the ball, and I don't know if you're too familiar with this guy. He plays cornerback for us. He's one of the best cornerbacks so far this season. He's been pretty locked down for us. They won't even throw the ball his way, and when they do, it's been trouble, and that's Isaiah Rodgers.
Damn, you don't like that face?
I know it's somebody you don't know.
It is. Come on, Shaq. They know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Fish knows what I'm doing. Come on, you know what I'm doing. Because honestly, I was gonna say Blake Cashman because that's who it is. He's like our defensive leader that isn't a big name, but he does lead the defense. He wears the green dot. He's effective for us in the run, in the pass, like Cody said. So I do think he's gonna have a big game against you guys, and he's not gonna help your offense have a better time than they've been having. Like Zoe said, I don't think you guys are gonna score a lot of points against us, and it's gonna have a lot to do with Blake Cashman.
Is he coming back from IR?
Yeah.
Yes, he hamstring. Okay. So I am worried about that. And that's probably why a lot of people don't know him. He's very effective, but he's had, injury concerns every season. So he's a guy that's out a lot.
He misses 4 to 5 weeks every season. Yeah.
What's that?
Do y'all have any players that are not going to be playing due to injuries this game?
Andrew Van Ginkel.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy.
Ryan Kelly.
Yeah, our center. But our center probably never play again.
Yeah.
He's on his like 5th or 6th concussion.
Is y'all center from is he from Bama?
He's from
Notre Dame.
No, well, Ryan Kelly, he's from Bama, yeah.
Okay.
But he was on the Colts. He's been on the Colts, and we got him this year. But he's had 2 concussions in 3 weeks, and that's like his 5th or 6th one in his career. So he's probably out.
Yeah, he's done.
So your offensive line is not healthy right now, as a whole.
Well,
it's going to be about as
no.
healthy as we've seen it.
yeah.
Well,
And we got Jalen
We're-
Carter coming back. Okay.
we're gonna be down 2 starters. We're gonna be down a center and a right tackle. We're gonna
Yeah,
have our
but we got-
starting left guard, starting right guard, and starting left tackle.
Yeah, and we got our left guard back though, Donovan Jackson, our first round
Yeah.
pick. He played amazing this. I think he's probably the second best first round pick in this year's draft. That's how well he's played. He just had surgery on his wrist and he's coming back from it.
So
Let me give you guys my guy you need to look out for. One, Mr. Miles Price. Ain't nobody heard of him. UDFA from Indiana. And he's been doing our kickoff returns. And he's been looking close to busting one. He had a really great kickoff return. 2 weeks ago they called back on a holding penalty. And we have been painting him to take one to the house all season. He could be a game changer for special teams for us. I don't know how y'all's kickoff coverage has been doing this year, but he's an issue. He's
The
an
only
issue.
way to beat Miles Price is you kick it in the end zone because he's going to return that thing no matter what.
Fish, I like that one because that's something I wasn't thinking about. I thought you were going to go to old reliable Jalen Redmond. So I like where you went with that one because we do expect him to break one. How is your guys' special teams?
Our special teams are solid, honestly. Block field goals, punt return back from Sidney Brown. I think they can be effective that way. If I had to give them a grade, I would give them a B+.
I'd go C-.
Why C-?
Why C-?
In our return game, both kickoff return and punt return, we don't net much. Coverage wise and field goal blocks and punt blocks, things like that, we're good. But when it comes to return game, put us in like a good spot on the field. We're always starting behind the 50, behind the 40, honestly. And so in the return game, we're not really all that special. But I'm not really worried about somebody running back or like returning one on us because we're pretty solid in coverage on special teams.
I think you're a top 5 punt coverage team and kick return coverage team.
I didn't know that was a stat.
Yeah.
No, they're not. They gave up the 8th most punt return yards on average.
What about kick return?
I was looking at punt returns because when I think of Miles Price taking one back to the house, I'm seeing a punt return, not a kick return.
Oh.
What about you, Zoe? Is there any player that they need to watch out for that we haven't already mentioned?
Yeah, and I'm shocked nobody said this person's name. No, like I'm not big on the Eagles secondary, so I think Addison is gonna have a big game. Because I don't know, like I know about the Mitchell cornerback, but they cornerback 2 and 3. I think Jalen Naylor and Addison is going to go crazy in that pass game, and Carson Wentz is about to show out. I really feel that because Addison is about to go crazy. He going for 100 yards plus against that defense. Hold on. Why you do that? Your face like
not so fast, friend. So Addison definitely has it's 50-50 only because we do have cornerback 2 issues, but the kind of coverage that Vic Fangio runs a lot of the time, our nickel will be over Addison, and that's Cooper DeJean. So just because our corner 2 isn't up to snuff, in my opinion, the way that we rotate the coverage and disguise the coverage is going to leave Addison more in the zone of Cooper DeJean than it will be cornerback 2.
I like that. Hey, you know what? I like that answer though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like that answer you just said. That was a real shit you just said. I like
Stay
that
away
answer.
from Cooper DeJean. He has an 82.5 coverage grade from PFF. He's 12th out of 178 corners in the league. Stay away from Cooper.
No, fuck
Do you
that.
not know who our receivers are, Cody?
He never seen no Addison. What's the best receiver Cooper? What is the best receiver Cooper DeJean to cover this year?
This year?
George
Shaq,
Pickens.
now do you understand how we feel when you bring up Sam Damn Darnold every freaking week, talking about how much that bias, man.
Bias.
Hey, Shaq and Cody. Why don't you hit us with your 5 keys to the game, and then I want to get Adonis and Warren's reaction to our 5 keys.
Okay.
me find it here real quick in this Giants.
Giant stack of script.
All right. Oh yeah, this is Shaq's right here.
Okay, yeah. Boom. Like they've been talking about, the best way to defeat Jalen Hurts is to make him throw the ball and keep him contained. Don't let him get no outside runs. Don't let him get the thought to run the ball. Make him throw the ball. And with that, he's going to make mistakes. If you give him a chance to start running the ball, that's when he's going to start picking on our defense. We got to attack him early, keep him in the pocket, and make him throw the ball.
All right. And the second key.
Yeah, send the dogs. No more just 4. We only blitz. I think we're 22nd right now. We don't send. Last year, we had a top 5 run defense last year because we were sending the house a lot, right? I still think we need to send the house more often to stop the run. I think that's why we're giving up so much rushing yards because we're not sending those backers in there. And we haven't really necessarily had the backers to send that house, especially in the middle without Blake Cashman. I think if you send the house, you send Ivan Pace a lot more. I think that's going to help him out for all these missed tackles that he has, right? Because he's already going downhill. He's not playing off his heels. He's not playing off the back foot. Send more than 4. Send them all if you got to stop Saquon Barkley. Let's see how good Isaiah Rodgers is and Byron Murphy is on islands versus those 2 good wide receivers you got over there. And the biggest thing I want to see our Metellus against your Goddard. All right, put them dudes on islands. Let's see how good those receivers are. Let's see how good our cornerbacks are. Let's stop Saquon Barkley by sending the sink at him.
Next, we have test the Eagles' run defense early. I want to make sure they can't key off on Carson Wentz because I know the Eagles going to want to put us in pass position and we're going to have to pass the ball, and that's when they're going to start trying to tee off on Carson Wentz. In order to avoid all that, like Cody be mentioning, we got to get on basically we got to make it manageable. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3. Make the third downs manageable so we can continue to move the chains. If we can't do that, then it's going to be an ugly game.
Yeah, the biggest one I think of the whole game for our offense, because our offense has been really lacking the first 3 weeks of the year, right? And it was without Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison changes this offense. Our offense started going not because Carson Wentz was under center, honestly. It's because Jordan Addison made his way back on the field, right? We saw that first quarter against the Browns. It wasn't nothing to write home about, right? But the other 3 quarters were something. We kept moving the ball, kept getting ahead of the chains and all that. It's feed 3. You got to feed Jordan Addison the ball, right? Move him around the field. Right. See if Cooper DeJean is going to follow him in that nickel role. If he's going to follow him in that nickel role, guess what? They're in man coverage. That's the quickest way to find out if they're in man coverage is if that nickel follows that slot receiver around the field. Right. And if that happens, that's fine. You can feed Justin Jefferson now because now you got him opened up knowing that they're in man coverage. Right. Feed 3, get him involved early. He missed the first quarter last week. All right, and I expect him to go off this game. I expect him to go have more yards than Justin Jefferson did in this game. I think he's going to go over 100.
And our last key to the game, whatever you do, Minnesota Vikings, don't let Saquon Barkley go off. Because if we can't stop their run game, we seen what happened the last time we played the Eagles. They ran it down our throat, and it was embarrassing. You know the team is going to run the ball and you can't stop them. It's like, what do you do at that point? So we got to make sure we keep Barkley. If at most, he should get 80 yards. If we could keep him under 80 yards, then we should be able to win this game.
So Warren Adonis, out of these 5 keys, if the Vikings are successful, which one of these would be the most impactful against your Eagles?
5.
Controlling Barkley?
Yeah. If you can control Barkley, you can control the offense.
I would say number 2. If you can get to Jalen, it'll disrupt everything. And our line's pretty banged up.
You a little sideways right now, Adonis.
Oh, my bad. My phone's in the Here we go.
All right, there we go. There we go. You're looking good now.
Awesome.
All right. What would you guys say is the Eagles' keys to winning this game?
I think contain. Just don't give up the big play. Like, of course, you got Jefferson, you got Addison. Just don't give up the big play. Let our defense. This is going to be a game where we're going to need to rely on our defense more than our offense. That's the way I look at it. If we can contain y'all, I think we definitely can end up taking this game over. That's how I look at it. And also just like how you said, kind of throw Hurts off, throw Carson Wentz off too. Throw him off of his game because we've seen what Carson Wentz looks like when he's not on his game and when he doesn't have rhythm. So, and get Jalen running. Jalen needs to start off running the ball because I think Jalen gets his momentum as he kind of starts running around. You get him loose, he gets more comfortable in the game. So, if y'all let that happen, it's definitely going to be an L on y'all's.
So you guys need big plays, but not to give up big plays.
Mm-hmm. Just don't give up the big play. That's Vic Fangio's scheme. Don't give up the big play.
All right. I would say play to win and not to lose. So come out and instead of playing like how we've been playing for, Lord knows how long, instead of playing constipated or worried about, instead of playing counter puncher, come out swinging like, hey, I have the better players, I have the better athlete, I have the better quarterback, I have the better team, and I'm just gonna prove it on the field. So like we come out with that moxie and that kind of attitude, I believe that you guys will be in for a track meet early.
What do you think about that, Shaq?
How do you guys think Vic Fangio will try to take Justin Jefferson out of the game?
Keep him underneath, because Jetta can stretch the field. So if we can keep him underneath or keep him in like some kind of shell coverage and disguise it to mix up the quarterback's pre-snap read, then we'll be able to, you guys are going to adjust to us capping him over the top or through the middle and start playing him underneath, getting him the ball in space. And if in Vic Fangio, if you just keep him in front of you, we're going to put him in a cone and gang tackle. So I feel like that's what they're going to try to do to take him away, keep him out the middle of the field, keep him off the hash and keep him in between the hash and below the safety. So I feel like they're just going to try to put him in a cone, honestly.
I just feel like he's one of the best players in the league, and we've hardly talked about him with you guys. So I was curious to see what you had to say about him.
Some things go without saying.
What's up?
I said some things go without saying. I mean, you don't really got to talk too much about JJ.
We know where our weakness is in that secondary. So, like I said, if we can play y'all like how we played the Bucks, I can see us coming out with a W in this game because like Adonis was saying, off explosive and you control the game like they did that game. I think that's going to throw y'all off, and y'all aren't going to expect it.
All right. Well, before we get you guys out of here, Adonis and Warren, we like to give our predictions on the game. So we're going to go around the horn, and we're going to go ahead and do that. I want to know who you guys think is going to win and the score, and we're going to start with you, Fish.
Changing it up from a little earlier because of who's coming back off the injury report, I'm thinking more of a slugfest, 21-20 Vikings.
21-20 Vikings? Oof. Cody, that won't hit your spread.
No. I think it goes
What do you got? All right, what do you got, Cody?
So the over right now, I think, is at 43.5. And I'm going to do a key thing. I'm going to put a score out there that's going to get me some points so I can get in the lead. I'm behind Shaq right now with 1 point in the standings. I'm going to go Vikings 26, Eagles 25.
26-25. That's an ugly score. Why would you say something like that?
Yeah, I'm trying to get these points to one.
All right, Adonis, what do you got?
I think, like I said, I think we'll come out firing. I think that, people think they have us figured out and that we're playing scared. So I think we'll come out firing. I think we'll be very successful early. I got Philly winning 14-27.
Ooh, that's a butt kicking.
That's an ass.
So what's your prediction for this game?
And my prediction for this game, I think the Eagles score their favorite number, 17-23. Vikings win this football game.
17-23 Vikings. I hate that you said that, Zoe.
Why?
Warren, you should go 38-7. Remind us of 2017.
Why would you do it? Somebody, why would you say that?
Cody. Is there any Viking
All right, Cody,
news
all
coming
right,
out?
Cody. I think it's time for Cody to get buzzed off here. No, the reason I don't like that is because the reason I don't like your score predictions because I got the Minnesota Vikings win this game 23-17.
You my guy. Even though we clash, you my guy though.
Yeah, I had the same thing when you said that. Like, for real? All right, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. Warren, what do you got for this one?
I'm gonna go 28-21 Eagles.
All touchdowns. Riker could just chill. All right, Shaq, what do you got?
I'm gonna go 17-14 Vikings.
I thought this might be the week where one of us did it, but nope, not yet, huh?
I almost did.
I mean, this is probably the closest. I mean, like there was no one like really gave blowout scores. We've done this every week with fans of the other team, and so far it's been everyone picking their own team. I think the Bears. One of the Bears guys picked us, but besides that, it's been everyone picking their own team. I know it's hard to get on here and pick against your team. I mean, we do it every week.
Someone wants to see McCarthy start.
I was close, man. I was close to going Eagles on this one, but the last 2 weeks, the way you guys have played and the way that I think we've played, and we're getting healthier, I do think we win, but it's a close game. Which I hate. The Vikings games are always coming down to the last 2 minutes, and I hate that. Like that's nerve-wracking.
And y'all don't forget we're coming off a bye.
Who?
Well, it's a mini bye, but we always adjust well. That's why we're a championship team.
Yeah.
We adjust well. We adjust really well, y'all. So
we ain't trying to hear that shit. A championship team.
Oh, Ronaldo. That's a Viking fan right there going Eagles. The Bears fans got the Eagles.
That's a score right there. 36-15.
She wiped that off the screen real fast.
That's funny.
All right, so we I don't know what you guys do or what you guys got going on, but we do go live after every game, and you guys are welcome to join us, win or lose, to come on here and kind of talk things out. We call it aftercare, and we also let other Viking fans come on and vent or celebrate. But if you guys want to come on and talk with us, and if your boys want to come too, Warren, that's cool, man. It's cool to link up and let's kind of do this all together. You guys are awesome, so I appreciate you guys coming, and we'd like to have you guys back here on Sunday. You guys got any final words, Adonis?
Go Birds.
Hey, go Birds. Let's make it happen. That's it.
Yeah, we'd love you guys back on Sunday because we take all the shit talking really well. Come on. We're yet to see a different opposition come on aftercare this year, but in the past years they'd come on, they let us have it, and you know what? We will take it. Might argue here and there, but we will take it, knowing that hey, we lost to the better team.
When we do it after a loss, it's therapeutic.
Yes.
I'll say this real quick before y'all go. Name one Eagles player that's y'all favorite of all time.
Ooh. Favorite of all time.
I feel like you're setting them up.
It's got to be Randy.
I would say Brandon Graham.
Brandon Graham.
That's my boy. That's my boy, Brandon Graham. BG.
For us Vikings fan, name your favorite Viking that was a former Eagle that came over to us.
Dawkins.
Hey,
Weapon X.
Shaq already knew that answer was coming. And Fish is setting us up for one of the greatest wide receivers in Vikings history that came from the Eagles to the Vikings, and that's Jalen Reagor.
Oh man, what a gem! What a gem! You're welcome. You guys are so welcome.
Oh man.
Look at here. He juked the shit out of that Bears linebacker and scored a touchdown on an end around. That's all I'm saying.
Do y'all know we could have had Jay Jettas, but we picked him instead?
We know.
We know. That's why it was funny when we ended up getting Reagor. Like, even though Reagor sucks, like, haha, we got them both.
But it worked out for y'all. Y'all got a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
George, it was Chris Carter. You solved the puzzle.
I mean, I was going to go Donovan McNabb, but
Oh, man. I don't know. We didn't get McNabb. I don't know who that was.
Hey, we might get Jalen Hurts here in about 6 years, so it's calming down over there, guys.
yeah.
You guys got McNugget. No.
Yeah, McNugget. He was a big old McNugget. He was a whole chicken sandwich by that time.
His backing was Christian Ponder. We was going through some shit.
All right, Zoe, you got any final words for these Eagles guys?
Yeah, keep y'all head up. When y'all lose 3 in a row, the season not over with. The season's still young. Y'all know y'all won a Super Bowl last year. Got the same team. Things gonna get better, and just look at it as like a lesson learned.
We appreciate
all I can
that. That heartfelt message, man.
Love you.
All right, we'll see you guys.
All right.
All right, man.
Oh.
Thanks for joining us.
All right. We're gonna wrap this thing up, right?
Yeah.
Hot takes?
All right. Let's do the hot takes then and then get out of here. All right. Let's go ahead and get into these hot takes, which aren't really hot takes, they're predictions. We just call them hot takes. We're well aware of it. Michael Fish, go ahead.
During this game, the Minnesota Vikings will run a fake punt, and it will somehow involve Ty Felton, whether he takes the direct snap or has a reception.
I like it.
That's so precise.
I like it. I like that so much. And that might be my favorite hot take that you've ever done. Fish, I really like that one. I really hope that hits because it'd be crazy. Oh, Randall Cunningham, Ronaldo over Chris Carter, knock it off.
Yeah.
All right, Shaq. Shaq, what do you got?
I know the Eagles fans about to hate me for this, but Jordan Mason will have more receiving yards than A.J. Brown.
Oh man, hey Shaq, that one took a second for me to register because at first I'm like, "What are you talking about? He's a running back," and I was like, "Oh man, oh yeah." Hey, thank you, man. Zoe, you better come on Sunday. We're gonna need you, especially if it doesn't go the way we hope it goes. What do you got, Cody?
I'm gonna go with Carson Wentz as the better quarterback in a KOC scheme. I'm only saying this as I think Carson Wentz does beat the Eagles, goes forward, and does beat the Chargers. We don't see J.J. McCarthy start again this year.
Oh,
Wow.
whoa. Okay, so the take is J.J. McCarthy does not start again this year.
Yep.
You okay? Okay.
At least we got to see him in person, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big J.J. McCarthy fan. I got 2 jerseys. I got his cards. I got autographed helmets. I want looking at KOC scheme. He's not good with rookie quarterbacks. It's a disaster.
But if JJ doesn't play, he's going to continue being a rookie.
Boo this man.
He's going to be a 4-year rookie.
He only had 2 rookie quarterbacks. One was ass, and then one's JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, come on.
I thought you could say one's ass and one was Jaron Hall.
Jaron Hall.
I wouldn't do that to JJ.
Yeah, I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you did. Damn, Cody. Like, I'm gonna say one thing though. I hate to take, but if that happens, that means the Vikings win like 13-4, 14-3.
Hey, Vikings won 11 games this year, and it's going to be with Carson.
If they're on an 11-win trajectory, I think JJ is inserted back into this lineup. If it's Carson Wentz throughout the season and JJ's healthy, that means we won 13-14 games.
Well, I honestly,
I like to win 13-14 before we're bounced in the first round.
I can almost see this too, as JJ McCarthy gets put in the game and then gets taken out, and Carson Wentz gets put back in the game.
Damn. Well, you said he's not starting the rest of the year, so
I don't. Yeah, it's a hot take. It's supposed to be hot, guys. It's
very hot. So now mine is definitely not that hot. But what I'm gonna go with is in our game against the Philadelphia Eagles, Saquon Barkley will not have 100 rushing yards, and Jordan Addison will have 100 receiving yards.
My guy. Keys, baby, keys.
Nice.
And I'm trying to will that into existence because I'm scared to death of Saquon Barkley against our run defense. But there are those those games like once or twice a year where they just surprise the hell out of us and they do shut somebody down, and thinking it could be this game.
Blake Cashman, please be the savior of our inside.
I'm just remembering Bijan Robinson, and I'm thinking,
Yeah, me too, Fish. Like I said, I'm trying to speak it to existence. Really, I'm seeing 180 total yards and 3 damn touchdowns. So I'm scared to death.
Well, with the missed extra point, so my 21-20 prediction can still come to fruition.
Yeah, that's fine then. But I'm trying to think if I'm playing against him in fantasy. If I'm playing against him in fantasy, he might get 4 touchdowns.
And yeah, right. And you're like, whoever drafted Saquon in the first round is probably 1-4 right now, and they're just licking their chops. They're about to be 2-4.
They're like, finally, this is gonna pay off.
Yeah.
Fish. When did you take Saquon in your draft?
I'm gonna kill y'all. Kill y'all.
All right. Well, that's gonna end our Friday night episode. I think it was pretty cool, man. We had a pretty good audience going. We'll see. We got some plans, but next show is gonna be on Wednesday, fellas.
Short week.
Wednesday night special. I'll be packing and prepping.
Do it on Thursday.
I'll be doing face paint and getting ready for Thursday.
I didn't know that was your living room ritual.
All right, Shaq, last words.
I'd like to give a shout out to Adonis and Warren for joining us, for making the SKOLing with the Enemy segment a good one. We always, try to get enemies on to make, so you don't just always get the Viking side of the story. You also get the opponent side. If you haven't already, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to grow this channel to become better than what it already is. And if you're feeling real generous or you got a little extra cash funds, you can send it to Let's Go on Cash App, or you can click the little $ on YouTube and send donations. We greatly appreciate everything. And I'm just hoping to see a good NFL game Sunday. Let's go. Shout out to the Vikings.
What do you got, Fish?
For Vikings fans, by Vikings fans. Yeah, thanks to those 2 guys for joining us, and thank Warren for having us on his show earlier this week. And Thursday afternoon, Keith gonna be real surprised when he's going to walk out that front door, and boom, he's gonna run straight into a chest, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, hey, Fish." Nah, you ain't going nowhere, buddy.
You're going too?
Oh, you got tickets? Love you guys to 20 more years, and hopefully Sunday is going to be a celebration aftercare. Let's go.
Looking forward to it. All right, Cody, final words.
Hey, shout out to the Eagles Collective. We got a hold of a lot of Eagles podcasters. They said they were going to come on. Only one showed up. So shout out to Eagles Collective. If you haven't subscribed or liked, I know you're Vikings fans out there, but if you want to know what's outside of Minnesota Vikings football, a good team to look at is the Eagles, right? Even though their fan base is kind of garbage, no one really likes them, throw beers at you during the NFC Conference Championship game. Go check them out because they are a Super Bowl winning team. They have a Super Bowl winning culture. If you want to know what that looks like, go check them out. Subscribe, like with their podcast channel. They're relatively new. They got a lot of followers, subscribers, but they need more views, and it's kind of like us. So also like, subscribe to us. We'll continue watching us. We're out here very young still. We're only in year 3 of this whole situation. It's been a blast being with y'all in the chat. It's been a blast seeing all the different personalities come on the show, especially in the chat, even with Robbie and on coming on. We love you guys no matter what, because you guys make the show go forward. But other than that, it is Friday. It is the Friday. I know you're probably going to go out to the bars after this. Don't be Jordan Addison and passing out in the airport. All right. Have a plan. Be good or be good at it. And like always, let's go.
Let's go. Thank you, everybody who's still in the comments. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, everybody who checked in and watched. And a big thank you to Warren from the Eagles Collective and to Adonis. I got that right? Right. Okay. They were awesome. And Adonis kind of came in and saved us because I didn't want to leave Warren on an island by himself and getting attacked by, 5 Vikings. So Adonis came in and spread his knowledge. So I definitely do appreciate them both coming on, and that was cool. And enjoy this segment. Let us know what you guys want to see from this show going forward. Let us know how you like the Friday night show. We'll be back on Sunday after the game for some aftercare, and our next show after that will be on Wednesday. Since we have a Thursday night game next week, we got to do this on Wednesday. So See you guys Sunday after we beat the Eagles. Let's Skol.
Let's
Fight
go.
on.